Mental toughness. We must have it. It's the secret sauce.
How about Nick Fairley putting his mark on this game? He would not be stopped.
Integrity is not always getting it right, or none of us would have. It's really when you don't get it right, what do you do?
Georgia showing blitz. Low snap. Cox picks it up. Looks, fires downfield. Wide open. Robichaux at the 35-30. 25-20. There goes Devin.
Love. The next core value is the ability to handle inconveniences that come with relationships.
Cleared under center. Waiting for the snap. He's got it. He lunges. Auburn wins!
And the last is why, which is you. We need the fans. We need the Auburn family.
The atmosphere, the crowd.
That's what's special about this place. What's special about the Auburn family.
It's going to go very long.
It is Chris Jelly all the way for the touchdown!
Shooting up the middle, up and over. Damnation. He is good.
Georgia called timeout? I don't think so. It's over, baby. This one belongs to the Tigers. Out of the gun. Play action. They throw. Wide open touchdown. Touchdown, Jabarian Johnson. Lost taken down at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't do it. Jason Jones does it. James at the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's gone. From John Heisman and Suge Jordan to Vince Dooley and Pat Dye, from Charlie Trippey to Herschel Walker to Pat Sullivan, Bo Jackson, and Cam Newton, the greats of the game have been part of this series. On this spectacular day on the Plains, it's the 128th renewal of the oldest rivalry in the Deep South. Good afternoon in War Eagle from Jordan-Hare Stadium. With Jason Campbell, Ronnie Brown, Paul Ellen, Brad Law, Gene Dulaney, Patrick Tisdale, and Ben Harling, I'm Andy Burcham. A week ago, Auburn struggled offensively at Texas A&M. Despite repeated trips into the A&M territory, the Tigers never scrimmaged in the red zone. Tiger quarterbacks were sacked 7 times. Hugh Freeze has said this week the RPA game will be more of a factor. The Auburn defense scored the game's only touchdown on a 67-yard fumble recovery by Eugene Asante in the first loss of the season. Georgia has become the dominant program in the country under Kirby Smart, winning the last 2 national championships. The Dogs sport a 21-game win streak, 31 straight wins in the regular season. Georgia has won 17 of the last 22 games against Auburn. Can the Tigers, against all odds, pull off the biggest upset of the season? We get to find out in the next 3 hours. The Outdoor Alabama Countdown to Kickoff continues in a moment.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Hey parents and kids, it's a perfect time for students to read their way to the Iron Bowl in AEA's Be a Champion and Read contest.
AEA wants to help K through 6th grade students to be academic champions, just like the Auburn Tigers.
Students who participate in the Be a Champion and Read challenge could win 3 tickets to the Iron Bowl and a chance to take the field on game day. Ask your teacher about contest rules.
Encourage your child to be an AEA champion reader and win a trip to the Iron Bowl.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
It's game day. What do you take to the tailgate? A flat screen TV? Take it to the tailgate. Your wife's favorite blender? The DJ sound system? With a Ford F-150 truck, you can take it all. With available Pro Power onboard that acts like a mobile generator, you can use F-150 to take your tailgate to the next level. Visit your local Ford dealer today. The Auburn Tigers and Ford F-150. Greatness starts here. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
You're listening to Auburn football. Now back to more of the Outdoor Alabama Countdown to Kickoff. Visit OutdoorAlabama.com to find your next adventure. Go hunt, go fish, get outdoors.
Boy, just a gorgeous afternoon for football. Ricardo Lewis, the honorary Mike Man today in the middle of the field, getting this big crowd, over 88,000 strong, ready for today's game. For more than 100 years, Eagles have been associated with Auburn's football program. Today, Aria continued a tradition that is uniquely Auburn by circling the stadium and landing near midfield. Her flight represents the combined efforts of the Auburn College of Veterinary Medicine, the Auburn University Raptor Center, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in promoting the conservation of all birds of prey. Auburn and Georgia here this afternoon. The Tigers, Jason Campbell, have to turn the page from last week. And as Hugh Freeze said, you have to turn the page whether you win or you lose. But this team has to perform better, and especially on the offensive end today against a fabulous defense at Georgia.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. The one thing Coach Freeze talked about is turn the page, and you have to do that as an athlete, and you got to do that as a team. Like, you can't worry about what happened last week, but you do have to learn from it, and you do have to go back and watch that film and be critical of yourselves and what can you do better in a game like this, because those mistakes that keep getting us in some of these big games can't keep biting you each and every time we face a big opponent. So today is all about focus. Can our quarterbacks be poised? Can we cross the 50-yard line and not hurt ourselves, but keep going towards the end zone has been a real key for us in the last 2 Power 5 games we played in. So today is all about heart, determination, and you got to let go of the pass and be ready to come out here and fight with all you got today.
Auburn University marching band about to become another part of the pageantry of pregame here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and the smart features of a Ford F-150. The official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. Jason, what are your Ford keys to today's game?
To me, offensively, we talked about the RPO game that we didn't do a lot of last week. Can we get involved in the RPO game today? And can our quarterbacks be very precise in their decision-making in the RPO game? And can we be poised in the pocket? Like Coach Freeze said, just take what the defense give you. Don't give them a short field or anything to work with. Defensively, can we create pressure against their big offensive line? How do we do that from a secondary standpoint of adding pressure with our defensive line to create a problem for Beck? And to me, get our fans behind us early in this ball game. Yeah. We've got to start this game fast today and get our crowd behind us that help have an effect on their team.
Javarius Johnson is not dressed out for today's ball game, so you're taking away one of your key wide receivers, and with Auburn down a little bit in the return game, you take away another key to your return game, especially in your punt return. We expect Coy Moore to be Auburn's punt returner today, but boy, injuries continue to be a factor for this Auburn team. Got to find ways to to overcome those injuries out there today.
Yeah, it's always the next man up is the motto, but sometimes we have special players like Javarius Johnson, who's so valuable in the receiving room and so valuable in our special teams. It's hard to replace a guy like that, but Coy Moore is a guy that's experienced. He's a transfer from LSU. This is his second year here, so he's experienced in catching the ball back there in punt return. You want someone that, that you can depend on in that position, and then just overall, though, guys got to be able to step up. Eugene Asante has stepped up so much this year already. He leads our team in games with the three most games tackles out of our 4 games out of all our players. So this is going to be a great matchup today, and I'm looking forward to it and seeing how do we respond with the guys that's next man up.
Tigers will not have Damari Alston. He is out for an indefinite period of time after an injured shoulder last week against Texas A&M. It makes even more important what Brian Battie, Jeremiah Cobb, and even Sean Jackson will do behind Jarquez Hunter today.
Yeah, that's the thing about having a deep room at that position. You go into the season, and DeMar is going to be a big part of that 1-2 punch with Jarquez. And, unfortunately, he's out with an injury, but that's when your other guys step up. You got Brian Battie. You got Jeremiah Cobb, and you got Sean Jackson, who had a big run last week. So he's a big guy. So we have guys that can step up and continue to share the load. But I do expect to see Jarquez Hunter today get 15 to 20 carries with Damari being out.
As much as we talk about the Georgia defense, and it's certainly warranted, this is an offense that is averaging 496.5 yards per game in total offense. They're number 2 in the SEC behind quarterback Carson Beck.
Yeah, you would think of Georgia offense, you always think run the ball, right? All the great running backs they had to come through there over the last couple of years. But this is a team that Mike Bobo wants to spread the ball out. He has Beck, and he wants to get that ball out to those receivers and utilize Bowers over the middle of the field to cause problems against opposing defenses. So their approach is totally different what they've gone to in the past, which is run the ball heavy and play action. So our defensive backs got to be prepared today against their receivers. But my key matchup is, how do our linebackers do against Brock Bowers today?
All right, and that was one of the keys for head coach Hugh Freeze as well. God Bless America being played with the 50 state flags being surrounded the Pat Dye Field at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn University Marching Band will have the national anthem in just a few moments. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Presenting the all-new Aubie's Kids Club. Benefits include an exclusive Aubie-branded swag box or bag, t-shirt, membership card, access to exclusive Kids Club events, as well as free admission to non-conference baseball, softball, and women's basketball games. Members also get a monthly newsletter from Aubie, a special invitation to Aubie's birthday party, and a personalized birthday card. 2 membership options are available. Learn more and register at aubieskidsclub.com.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed to this kind of energy. That's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
The Whataburger Jalapeno Cheddar Biscuit is back. But some folks have yet to try it. So let's not do the thing where we're like, you've never had a jalapeno cheddar biscuit before? You know what? It's okay. Let's just invite them to try this flaky, cheesy, and slightly spicy goodness for themselves. The Jalapeno Cheddar Biscuit, available as a sandwich or on its own from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. for a limited time at participating locations. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Adventure is waiting for you at Alabama State Parks. So, pack your bags. With so much to explore, there's something for everybody. Whether you're hiking the foothills of the Appalachians or wading into the warm waters of the Gulf, finding a vacation that you and your family will love comes naturally at any one of our Alabama State Parks. To learn more, call 800-ALAPARK or visit alapark.com. This message brought to you by your Alabama State Parks.
This is quarterback Peyton Thorne, and these are the Yellowwood starting lineups for the Tigers.
Defensive line.
Lesson Jones, Calera, Alabama, Calera High School.
Marcus Harris, Montgomery, Alabama, Park Crossing High School.
Masai Nasir, Pittsburgh, California, Northgate High School.
Linebackers.
Elijah McAllister, Asbury Park, New Jersey, Rumson Fairhaven Regional High School.
Eugene Asante, Alexandria, Virginia, Westfield High School.
Larry Nixon, Richland Hills, Richland High School.
Secondary.
DJ James, Mobile, Alabama, Spanish Fort High School.
Nehemiah Preach, Jackson, Alabama, Jackson High School.
Zion Puckett, Griffin, Georgia, Sparta High School.
Jalen Simpson, Brunswick, Georgia, Frederica Academy.
Donovan Coffey, New Orleans, Louisiana, Archbishop Roman High School.
Offensive line.
Dylan Wade, Houston, Texas, South Falls.
Jeremiah Wright, Selma High School, Selma, Alabama.
Avery Jones, Havelock, North Carolina, Havelock High School.
Cam Stutz, Killen, Alabama, Brooks High School.
Gunnar Britton, Conway, South Carolina, Conway High School.
Receivers.
Rivaldo Ferrer, Lauderhill, Florida, Boyd Anderson High School.
Shane Hollywood Hooks, West Orlando, Florida, Olympia High School.
Jay Fair, Dallas, Texas, Rockwall Heath High School.
Jair Shorter, Killeen, Texas, Ellison High School.
Running back.
Jarquez Hunter, Philadelphia, Mississippi, Neshoba Central High School.
Quarterback.
Peyton Thorne, Naperville, Illinois, Naperville Central High School.
Special teams.
Reed Hughes, Conway, Arkansas, Conway High School.
Oscar Chapman, Adelaide, South Australia, Prince Alfred College.
Alex McPherson, Fort Payne, Alabama, Fort Payne High School.
The starting lineups have been brought to you by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You've been listening to the Outdoor Alabama Countdown to Kickoff on the Auburn Sports Network. Now, it's game time. Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn football is brought to you by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. The Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. By Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app and score big before the game begins. And by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama. Let's go back to Jordan-Hare Stadium with Ronnie Brown on the sidelines. And alongside Jason Campbell, here's the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Auburn University marching band in the big AU at the south end of Jordan-Hare Stadium. The Auburn Tigers about to come through the mist and get on the field as the Tigers get set to face Georgia in the 128th renewal of the oldest rivalry in the Deep South. Welcome inside Jordan-Hare Stadium with Jason Campbell, Ronnie Brown, Paul Allen, Gene Dulaney, Brad Law, Patrick Tisdale, Ben Harling. I'm Andy Burcham. Thrilled, privileged to bring you today's game between the Auburn Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Cam Stutz, along with Luke Deal, Peyton Thorne, Elijah McAllister. The Auburn captains on the sideline at midfield, about to go to midfield for the coin toss. Game day weather forecast today presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Celebrate responsibly as Auburn streams onto the field with the blue jerseys, the white trousers, and the classic white Auburn helmet with the AU on the side, the blue face masks today. 85 degrees, partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze out of the northeast here today, but a spectacular afternoon for football for Auburn and Georgia. As Auburn is coming on the field right now, we await the arrival of the Bulldogs from Georgia in their white jerseys, the classic red helmet, the G, along the side as well. Just a great atmosphere. Jason, you played in this rivalry. What did it feel like to come out onto the field with this kind of crowd behind you?
And I almost couldn't hold it in. You just mentioned it to me. You know, it's like hair gets up on your arms. This game was so exciting. We circle this game in the summertime, and you get ready to come out and play. And this is a game that you can't wait to get to. Starting on Monday, you're ready to get to this game, and so you can get out on the football field and put all the noise and everything behind you. And it's time to go. It's time to go out here and play. It's time to hit somebody that don't look like us and get a W.
Coin toss presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Down to midfield, Ronnie Brown.
Heels your umpire. Auburn, you're the home team. This is heads. Georgia, you're the visitor. This is heads. This is tails. That's tails. Call it before I flip it. So, tails. You called tails. We'll let it hit the ground. It is tails. You won the toss. What do you want to do? You want to defer. You're going to defer, so you'll take the ball.
All right, guys. On this sunny, surprisingly sunny, Saturday afternoon, last weekend of September, Georgia's captain has called tails. It is tails. They win the toss, elect to defer. Auburn will get the ball first. Up in the booth, Jason, Paul, Andy, anybody, what is the key for this offense getting off to a good start, or at least putting themselves in good field position, just trying to establish something on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, Ronnie, you just talked about it. Get out to a fast start. You know, anytime that you get a chance to start the game off, you don't want to be starting off like we did last week in the second half. We come out flat against A&M. We got to come out with energy. We got to get this crowd behind us offensively. We got to be physical at the point of attack. Our offensive line got to come out and bridge this defensive line at the point of attack and allow our running backs to hit some creases and get some big gains, so that way the RPO game can work a little bit more because you're getting positive yards. But at the end of the day, protect the football. Understand that we got a really good defense, and this is the type of game that can be won or lost on turnover. So that's the biggest aspect of today.
No, that was not a part of the game last week. Auburn did not turn the ball over last week. Actually had a turnover that went Auburn's way. The turnover margin right now for Auburn is +1. Georgia is also doing well in that turnover department at +3 this season. But you got to get off to a good start. And that did not happen early in the first quarter last week. And it did not happen after halftime last week with 2 straight 3-and-outs. Yeah, at the start of the second half.
Yeah, that's been our Achilles heel, Andy, against our Power 5. We go out to Cal and we play that game and Texas A&M game last week. we didn't start the game off well offensively, and then we come out of halftime and we don't start the game off well. So they've got to put an emphasis on today. You have got to come out and create first downs, get into a rhythm early in this ball game, and most importantly, play with a lot of energy and excitement. Get this fan base behind you because they are ready to erupt, and they're ready to have something to just hang on to and just jump and roar.
Auburn is bathed in orange today. It is an orange out at Jordan-Hare Stadium as the Tigers get set to face the Georgia Bulldogs here today. Well, you know, special teams in a game like this can have a big factor. Auburn has come so close, Jason, to field goal blocks and punt blocks. Boy, something like that happening in a game like today can really make a big, big difference, and certainly a momentum switch.
Yeah, that's what happened in the Cal game for us. You know, we forced a couple missed field goals because Jalen Simpson, the way he comes off the edge, and then you talk about special teams. A game like today is flipping the field position. It may not be returning a punt or blocking a punt, but just flipping the field position and making the opposing team have to go the distance will be a key today with these two defenses, the way that they can get after you.
Brian Battie will drop deep for the Tigers. Sean Jackson is the up man for Auburn, and Jared Zirkle, a right-footed kicker, will kick this one away for the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia lines up in a pair of bunches on either side of Zirkle, and now go to the normal kickoff coverage line. Auburn will defend the south goal. Zirkle puts it in the air. It is deep. It will not be returned as it goes 5 yards behind the end line. So Auburn will open up 1st and 10 at its own 25 with Peyton Thorne at the quarterback for Auburn. He's 49 of 75 this season for 561 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And at times it was a real struggle for number 1 for the Tigers last week.
Yeah, it was a real struggle. He missed some early throws in that game. He had a wheel route and a crossing route. There's plays that can kind of get you going as a quarterback, but he's got to have tunnel vision, and he's got to put those negative plays behind him and come out today and get out to a hot start.
Out of the shotgun, Thorne scrimmages from the 25. Jarquez Hunter now goes in motion to the Auburn boundary. Double wide receivers right and left. Thorne throws it to Jay Fair. Fair up the Auburn sideline, and Fair gets about 3 or 4 yards on the play. We'll see where they mark it. A little bit of a screen for Jay Fair. Chaz Chambliss, junior out of Carrollton, Georgia, with the stop. It is a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for Auburn from the 27. And Auburn puts 4 on a bunch to the left side, the short side of the field. Now they switch out of that, and it's stacks to the left, including Jarquez Hunter, who now comes in motion and sets up on the right side of Thorne. A lot of movement for Auburn. Thorne hands the ball to Jarquez Hunter. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, and he may get to the line of scrimmage, and that is all for Jarquez. Stood up at the line by Tyke Smith, senior out of Philadelphia, making his 26th start today in a Georgia Bulldog uniform.
Yeah, that looked like a play. They was trying to do some dress rehearsal at the beginning of that play, try to get Georgia miss the line there a little bit, but that play didn't kind of fool anybody. But I like what Auburn's doing. They're trying to start fast. They're trying to go with tempo. I like the first play call to get the ball out of Thorne's hand out to Jay Fair to try to get something positive going here early in the game.
Auburn is 39% on 3rd down this season. Trips lined up to the wide side of the field. That's the Auburn boundary. On 3rd and 9, Thorne drops. The blitz is on. He's in trouble, and Thorne goes down at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, got sacked right there on the right edge, coming out for Georgia right there. He stepped up in the pocket. Jarquez did a good job picking up one, but the other guy just couldn't get him. That was just great defensive play right there by Georgia.
Smile Mondon with the initial pressure, a junior out of Dallas who led Georgia in tackles a year ago. So Auburn is 3 and out on his first drive, and Oscar Chapman is out to punt this one away. Mekhi Muse will return. He stands at the 36. Chapman booms it away down the sideline, and Muse watches it go out of bounds. No return for Georgia. Let's see where they mark it.
They're going to mark it at the 32-yard line here.
48-yard punt by Oscar Chapman, 13:02 to go in the first quarter play. And now we get to see this new Georgia offense with Carson Beck, the quarterback. He's 93 of 128. 1,184 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, Carson Beck, 72% completion percentage so far in the year. First big road test for him, fourth game, first as a starter on the road. See how he does against his Auburn defense.
Dejan Edwards slides up to his right out of the shotgun. Bowers, the tight end, to the right. They hand to Edwards. Edwards hit at the line, and he goes down at the 31. The initial stop was Marcus Harris, who was knocked down, then got up and made the tackle anyway.
Yeah, big Marcus Harris, this is a game he's going to love, going to get some big offensive linemen, but I don't think Georgia offensive line can match his speed and quickness. Harris is a guy that can get off the ball. If he gets off the ball in the snap, he can be in the backfield for a long day today.
No gain. As a matter of fact, the loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the Georgia 31. Beck at the left hash mark, out of the shotgun. 3-step drop with time. Floats it out to the right side. It is complete. And a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. Cam Riley came up to make the stop.
Yeah, great tackle right there by Cam in open space. Brock Bowers, we know, is a big of a man, can catch the ball. He's very strong. Right there, great job by Cam Riley of not overrunning the play, settling down with his feet, making a huge tackle, and allowed his teammates to come and help out.
23rd catch of the year. It was only a 2-yard gain for Bowers. So here is 3rd down. The Dogs 53% on 3rd down this season. 3rd and 9 for Georgia. To throw. Beck throws to the sideline, complete to the 44-yard line to Ladd McConkey. Playing in his first game of the season, an injured back for McConkey. He makes his first catch, and it's a big one, a 1st down for the Bulldogs as he goes out of bounds at the 44, right back to the line of scrimmage. Handoff tailback, nothing doing. He gets through, though, and gets near midfield. Dazen Edwards with the carry, the senior from Norman Park, Georgia. Eugene Asante with the stop.
Yeah, you see Georgia trying to go fast. Andy, they're trying to keep our defense from substituting the way that we want to. So guys got to be ready to be on their P's and Q's to get in and out as quick as possible.
A 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. The ball just shy of midfield. Edwards flanks Beck. Brings a man in motion to the Auburn boundary. Handoff goes to Edwards. And Edwards into Auburn territory. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. Marcus Harris again on the stop for the Tigers. Senior out of Montgomery, transferred from Kansas.
Yeah, big Marcus Harris along with Justin Rogers are there as well on that tackle.
Here's 3rd down and short. Handoff. Tailback. Nothing doing. 2 yards shy of the 1st down. Very little gain on the play. Larry Nixon, the 3rd at the bottom of that pile for the Tigers.
Yeah, Larry Nixon coming in there, putting his head in there, making a big stop right there, but it was initiated by Harris again up front, making that initial contact and for 4th down punt here. Great job by the Auburn defense.
Well, that's a really big first series for Marcus Harris right at the middle of that Auburn defensive line.
Yeah, we're going to need that today. Him and Justin Rogers coming in, substituting a little bit. Those 2 guys up front is going to have to put a lot of pressure on Georgia's offensive line, especially in that run game.
Brett Thorson will punt this one away, a sophomore from Melbourne, Australia. Coy Moore is deep for Auburn, and the Tigers are forced to call a timeout.
Yeah, we got caught with too many men on the field right there trying to run Cam Riley off late. Instead of giving Georgia a 1st down right there, I think that's a great use timeout by Coach Freeze.
10 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Georgia to punt it away when we return. No score at Jordan-Hare Stadium. The Tigers and the Bulldogs, and Auburn football continues in a moment.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the pimento cheese. I was like, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go get it.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the mild spiciness of the pickled jalapenos. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Order the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings.
Carrier, a proud partner of Auburn Athletics and special needs assistance stations for you. Turn to the experts with Carrier.
The sweet smell of victory and grilled burgers still hang in the air. Your tailgate was a big win thanks to your Ford F-150 truck. With available Pro Power onboard, you used your F-150 as a mobile generator. That kept the celebration going long after the final whistle. See your local Ford dealer for great offers on a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
As play resumes, 4th and 2 for Georgia at the Auburn 48. Thorson to punt it. Coy Moore with his heels at the Auburn 10-yard line.
That was a big stop, Andy, by the Auburn defense right there, especially going 3 and out on first down. Great stop to get the ball back.
The snap to Thorson. He gets it away. High end-over-end punt. Bounces high. Georgia will pin Auburn deep at the 6-yard line. Good coverage by Georgia. It's a 42-yard punt by Thorson, and Auburn is pinned deep on its second offensive possession. Auburn 1st and 10 from its own 7.
We talked about field position just a little bit ago. This is what you're talking about, Andy. You know, that punt right there pins Auburn inside the 10. Now we got to dig ourselves out of this hole.
Got to find a way to get something going offensively. Fairweather splits wide right for the Tigers. Tight end sets up outside the left side. That is Micah Riley. And Auburn in the pistol. Auburn with 4 tight ends in the game. Jarquez Hunter, the carry, puts his head down and gets close to the 10. A 3-yard gain, make it 2. They put him down at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. We got 4 tight ends in the game. Fairweather kind of split out like a receiver in this set right here. Look like we're trying to get some bodies in there and try to push ourselves up out of this hole until we can get us some open space to open the offense up.
Gain of 2 on first down, 2nd and 8 from the 9. Ball at the right hash. Thorne gonna run it around right side, turns the corner. There goes Peyton Thorne into the open field. It's a foot race. Thorne to the 30-yard line and out of bounds.
Great play call right there by Coach Freeze, Coach Montgomery. They had both tight ends, the lead up on the safety and the linebacker. Everybody attacked the Jarquez, who was able to get outside the pocket there and rush for 61 yards by Peyton Thorne on that run.
There's your RPO game, Jason.
That's what we need in this offense. It's the only way to keep this defense off on their heels and be able to move that ball up and down the field.
1st and 10 for Auburn at the Georgia 30. Ball at the right hash. Double wide, make that trips to the wide side of the field, the Auburn boundary. Thorne from the gun. The snap, play action, throws, almost intercepted. Trying to get the ball to Fairweather and broken up by Javon Bullard.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw right there. You know, he's trying to hit the short stick route. The safety Bullard saw action by Thorne and saw the stick route. He jumped the route.
Sure did.
I'm just happy that throw right there was off target.
I like the idea, though, of the quick hitter.
Yeah, I like that idea to get the ball out of his hands because you know their defensive ends can rush the passer really well, especially at defensive front. Just a great read by Bullard, the safety.
2nd and 10 from the Georgia 30, right hash mark. Jarquez flanks Thorne out of the shotgun. It's a handoff to Jarquez Hunter. Tries to get to the corner. He's at the 25, 20. First down for Auburn, down to the 16-yard line. And the Tigers, for the first time in 2 games, in the Chick-fil-A red zone after a 15-yard gainer from Jarquez Hunter.
Yes, great run by Jarquez, but great blocking by Nick Martin and Fairweather right there on the edge.
Right back to the line of scrimmage, Auburn. First down for the Tigers out of the pistol formation. 1st and 10 from the Georgia 17. Thorne out of the gun with Hunter behind him. Double wide receivers to the right. Make that trips to the right for the Tigers. Handoff Jarquez Hunter. A little bit of a pause for Jarquez. Right up the seam for Jarquez Hunter. Good, tough carry, 5 yards for Jarquez Hunter on first down. Inside 8 minutes in the first quarter. No score, Tigers on the move.
Great patience by Jarquez right there. He wanted to bounce it outside. He let his right tackle kick out the end right there. Stayed patient and got north and south in the hole right there. Great read by Jarquez.
2nd and 6 from the Georgia 13. Jarquez flanks Thorne, ball in the middle of the field for the Tigers. High snap, handoff, Jarquez Hunter, and he has stood up at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Ball is loose. Was he ruled down? It appears that he was. Xavier Story made the stop.
Yeah, Sean Jackson comes in the game right here. He's going back out this moment. Jarquez going to stay in. 3rd and short situation here, 3rd and 4. This could be another RPO situation. Do you keep throwing with it? Do you get him outside, try to hit someone in the flats? I expect us to try to do something outside the pocket here. But we got Fairweather flanked out left. Make it a one-on-one matchup outside.
And Hooks, another big body, flanked to the Georgia boundary. Trips to the Georgia boundary, as a matter of fact. Play clock is down to 4. Auburn's got to hustle. It's down to 1, and Auburn's got to burn a timeout.
Yeah, again, right there, substitution. Slow to get everybody out there.
When we come back, 3rd and 5 Auburn at the Georgia 12. No score in the first quarter, 6:47 to go at a sold-out Jordan-Hare Stadium. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Download the new and improved Auburn Game Day app. It's fully customizable to your interests with the new My Auburn tab. Plus, buy tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and get live in-game scoring. Plus, listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics. The Auburn Game Day app. Download it now.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed to this kind of energy. That's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Thinking of medical school? Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine in Auburn has award-winning medical education and research programs. VCOM partners with Auburn University for student activities, research, and sports medicine physicians to care for Tiger athletes. VCOM is providing tomorrow's physicians for Auburn and the surrounding communities. Find out more at vcom.edu. That's vcom.edu.
Third and 5 for Auburn at the Georgia 12. Ball in the middle of the field. With Fairweather in the slot left of the line of scrimmage. Coy Moore splits wide left. You have Luke Deal in the slot on the right side. And Hollywood Hooks at the outside receiver on the right. Ball in the middle of the field. Deal now comes in motion across the handoff. It goes to Jarquez Hunter. Hunter gets to the 15, but that's as far as he gets. Jamon Dumas Thomas with the stop, a junior out of Hyattsville, Maryland, a preseason All-SEC, preseason All-American. And Auburn's drive stalls at the 15, and Alex McPherson is on for a field goal attempt for the Tigers.
Yeah, Jarquez right there trying to use his legs to get that first down. But I'll take this, though, Andy. Get positive points, get 3 on the board right here. Great job on the offense there.
27-yard field goal by McPherson. The holder is the punter, Chapman, and Auburn strikes first. Pearson splits the uprights. Now 4 of 4 on the season. The field goal by McPherson gives Auburn the lead. 6:04 to go in the first quarter of play. And the Tigers lead it by a score of 3-0. Great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and smart features of a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. Stay tuned. Auburn football continues in a moment.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. the choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If SEC football runs deep in your veins, then Sirius XM SEC Radio is what you need to listen to. We're talking conference and team previews, plus hear live games, news, and analysis from experts like Chris Doering, Aaron Murray, and Max Starks. Go in-depth with your favorite team with coaches shows, championship specials, and more. Get inside SEC football like nowhere else. Feed your fandom on the Sirius XM app. Stay up to date anywhere you go. Just download the app and start streaming.
At Austal USA, we're building ships that protect and defend our nation. Building innovative ships requires innovative people. We're looking for Tiger fans to join the build. We offer 4 10-hour-day work schedules for our production employees, comprehensive benefits, and individualized training programs that make our dynamic workforce even stronger. Visit austaljobs.com to apply today and build a strong future. Austal USA, innovative on land, exceptional at sea.
Auburn fans, this is Coach Hugh Freeze asking for your help. On to Victory has been a crucial supporter of Auburn student athletes. It's important to keep that good work going, so please join On to Victory today. War Eagle.
.6:04 remaining in the first quarter. Auburn on top 3-0. Sun South John Deere drive summary, 84 yards, 8 plays, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. McPherson's 27-yard field goal. Sun South John Deere, preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. McPherson will kick off to the north end zone. Makai Muse is deep, along with Dylan Bell for Georgia. And McPherson kicks it away. A flag goes down at the kickoff. Up the middle, good return out to the 30-yard line for Georgia, but let's hold the phones. Makai Muse with the kickoff return. Let's pause 10 seconds so stations like WESP and Dothan can identify themselves. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. Auburn showed a different kickoff formation there and was offsides. So Georgia first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Beck out of the shotgun. Play action. Beck looks up the seam. Bowers is open and he overthrew it. Excuse me, that was not Bowers. That was Oscar Delp. Yeah. Another of the talented tight ends for Georgia. Boy, he was open too.
Yeah, Oscar Delp had 5 yards on Cam Riley right there on that one. I'm sure Beck wants that one back because that's a home run touchdown. Right there, Cam got lost in, got his eyes in the backfield looking at the play action. Next thing you know, this guy's running behind him. You got to pay attention to your guy when you're in man.
Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball at the right hash mark. Beck's with a man in motion. Play action. Drops to throw. Looks, plenty of time, throws, ball is it intercepted at the 45 or the 48? Who has it?
Jalen Simpson looked like he had that ball, but if it's a tie, they always go to the offense, but I don't know. It looked like he had more of that ball than the Georgia receiver.
Marcus Rosemy, Jack Saint, and Jalen Simpson tied up for the football. We have not received a signal yet from Jason Autry, the referee. And I think they're going to give this ball to Georgia. Well, now they're huddling. Jack Saint came out with the ball. The officials are huddling where the catch was made at the Georgia 48-yard line.
Yeah, I just wonder if this play can be reviewable here because it looked like Jalen Simpson jumped in front of that ball right there and had most of the ball, but always an offensive tie goes to the offense. But if he had more of it, this could be challenged by Auburn.
Well, they're not going to have to challenge it. It may be challenged by Georgia because Jalen Simpson was just awarded with his 4th interception of the year.
If I'm Georgia, I wouldn't challenge that because based on what we see here, Andy, that's a complete interception by Jalen Simpson. Great effort by Jalen to come over the back and intercept that ball to get Auburn's offense great field position.
The 4th interception of the year for Simpson, 6th of the year for the Tigers. That means another $1,000 for Children's of Alabama through the Picks for Kids program. Chick-fil-A is donating $1,000 for each Tiger pick, 6 interceptions, $6,000 for Children's of Alabama. Eat more chicken. War Eagle from Chick-fil-A. 5:44 to go. The first turnover of the ball game goes Auburn's way. And we'll send it up. Paul Ellett has a scoreboard update. Paul.
All right, taking a look at the Yellowwood scoreboard. Hey, remember Cal? Well, they're playing football in Berkeley again today before hundreds of people. And California has come out to an early lead. They lead Arizona State 10-7 as they play in Berkeley. That game, 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Elsewhere, Big Ten action going on in Lincoln, and number 2 Michigan rolling over Nebraska 14-0. They've only played about 7.5 minutes of that one. Big 12 action, number 3 Texas at home. They lead number 24 Kansas by a score of 7-0. Also, more Big Ten action going on in College Park, and it's Maryland leading Indiana 7-3. All these games are first quarter games, by the way. Purdue leading Illinois 6-3 as the Boilermakers play at home. Rutgers leads Wagner by a score of 3-0. And Georgia Tech over Bowling Green 14-7. All those are first quarter scores around the country. Now let's go back to Andy Burcham.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. First down for Auburn in Georgia territory after the 4th interception for Jalen Simpson. He is Auburn's current career leader in interceptions as well. At one point, the stat monitor said this play was under review. I don't see it under review, so we'll send it downstairs. Ronnie Brown has a Cook's Pest Control sideline report.
All right, guys, as you mentioned, a huge play by Jalen Simpson to get his 4th interception of the season. But more importantly, it gives Philip Montgomery and this offense another opportunity. What we've seen is what they talked about, the RPO, the effectiveness of it. One, I think that last one by Peyton caught Georgia defense off guard. But if you can do some of that and get him some of these easy throws, creating opportunities, but more importantly, keeping the chains moving and eating up this clock. That's going to be important for this football team and this Auburn offense.
All right, Ronnie, thank you very much. Brian Battie checks into the backfield for the Tigers. Ball in the middle of the field, 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Bulldog 48. Battie flanks Thorne to his left and comes in motion to the Auburn boundary. Thorne wants to throw, steps up into the pocket, and immediately goes down back at the Auburn 45-yard line. Tyke Smith was untouched until he hit the Auburn quarterback.
Yeah, that's one as a quarterback. You got to know if you got a free release running back going to your left and there's no one to block that backside safety. When he's up on the line of scrimmage, he's up on the line of scrimmage for a reason. And most of the time he's going to blitz. So either Brian Battie has to come back, but if he's not in responsibility to block that safety, that ball's got to come out to the flat to Brian Battie right there to avoid that
Second
loss.
sack today for Georgia. That's the 14th given up by Auburn this season. Back to the Auburn at 47-yard line. It's 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. Jay Fair in motion to the Georgia boundary. Thorne flips it out to Brian Battie. Battie splits defenders, gets back near the original line of scrimmage at the 49-yard line. Tyke Smith with the stop for Georgia. It's a 6-yard gain for Auburn.
Yeah, the 3rd and long situation right here. Jaquez Hunter back in the game here. Got to look for something over the middle right here, Andy. Try to hit an end cut or something. Here with one of our big receivers out to the left.
3rd and 11 for Auburn. Tigers 0 of 2 on 3rd down today. Ball right at midfield for the Tigers from the right hash. Thorne drops to throw, steps up into the pocket, now flushed out of the pocket. Thorne will run it. He goes out of bounds, upended at the Georgia 41-yard line.
Yeah,
taken down by Javon Bullard, Jr. out of Milledgeville, Georgia.
Yeah, great job by Thorne right there, moving up in the pocket to get some positive yard, put us in a 4th down situation where we can go for it. If I'm Coach Freeze, I like our opportunities here. You know, you just got the ball on a turnover.
Tell you what, Thorne was out of bounds when Bullard took his feet out from under it. He's already stepped out of bounds by that point.
Yeah, that could have been a penalty right there, but we're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Auburn will go for it. It's 4th and a long 2 for the Tigers. And it's a heavy set in there right now for Auburn. Fairweather splits wide right, the short side of the field. Play clock down to 2. Auburn gets the play off. It's Thorne around the right side. He's got the 1st down and out of bounds at the 35.
That's what we talked about, Andy, with the RPO game. You got to get your quarterback more involved, put pressure on this Georgia defense. Great block right there by 2 tight ends. Luke Deal right there, a key block.
Right back to the line of scrimmage with that same personnel, but 3 split wide left, including a pair of tight ends. 1st and 10 now from the Georgia 35. Ball at the right hash mark for the Tigers.
Yeah, Luke Deal and Brandon Frazier, great block on that last play.
Thorne from the right hash out of the shotgun. High snap, turns, hands the ball, Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez Hunter kind of burrows his way forward and driven back after a 2-yard gain by Hunter. Michael Williams, 6'5" sophomore out of Columbus, Georgia, back in the Georgia lineup today, in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get a lot of yards up in there. Those 2 big tackles up in there with Stackhouse and Zion Logue and Mikael Williams. Those guys are big up in that middle of that Georgia defense. I like our chances more on the edge in this game.
They gave him a 1-yard game. 2nd and 9 now from the Georgia 34. Batee is the tailback for the Tigers. Ball in the middle of the field. Double receivers right and left. Fairweather comes in motion. Thorne throws it up the boundary and incomplete. And a flag comes down. There was pushing and shoving. Dalen Everett against Hollywood Hooks, and Everett is called for the interference penalty.
Yeah, Everett extended his arms on Hollywood Hooks, pushing him out of bounds, not giving Hollywood Hooks an opportunity to come back to that football. Great call by the backline judge right there, giving a pass interference call on Everett.
Jason Autry.
Defense, number 6. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot and includes an automatic first down.
Everett, a high school All-American. He's out of Norfolk, Virginia, but he played at IMG Academy. And Auburn has 1st and 10 at the Georgia 19-yard line now.
Good job of Peyton Thorne on that last play, too, to get rid of that football and not take the sack from the hit in the back.
1st and 10 for Auburn at the Georgia 19-yard line. Wide receivers right and left. A double tight end set. Empty backfield. Nope, it's a handoff right up the middle. It is Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez inside the 5 and down to the 4. Touchdown saving tackle by Malachi Starks.
Jarquez Hunter running like a man on a mission right there on that guy in between the tackles for a gain of 15 yards. Like to see that more from Jarquez Hunter. Great job by the offensive line right there.
2nd time this day, Auburn out of the Chick-fil-A. And a touchdown right up the middle. Touchdown, Jarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Auburn.
Great job by that offensive line right there. Gunnar Britton, Avery Jones coming off in the center position. Dylan Wade getting his block in there as well. Jarquez Hunter bouncing that ball into the end zone. Great job by Auburn. 2 drives right now, 10 points. Great job by Auburn offense coming out here answering the bell from last week.
After the interception by Simpson, Auburn takes advantage. Jarquez Hunter's 2nd touchdown of the season. 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter of play. And McPherson out for the extra point. Quattlebaum to snap it, and Chapman to hold it. Snap down, ball on the way, it's good. 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter in the oldest rivalry in the Deep South. Auburn 10, number 1 Georgia, nothing. The Tigers have scored in the Chick-fil-A red zone, which means a free offer for everyone in the Chick-fil-A app. Just download or log into your Chick-fil-A app. Claim a free offer before midnight tonight. Redeem by scanning or placing a mobile order next Monday through Friday at participating Chick-fil-A restaurants. Well, we talked about how important it was to get off to a quick start. Let's send it down. Ronnie Brown has this Cook's Pest Control sideline report.
All right, guys, as we discussed before that last drive started for this Auburn offense, it was really important. The RPO game, obviously with Peyton keeping that ball, he is going to be effective in that. That's going to be an adjustment that Georgia's going to probably have to make at the half. But let's talk about this offensive line, what they're able to do, be committed to the run, and they're effective. Getting those 3-4 yards at a pop, and down there on the goal line where everything's getting close up, they are effective as well. And Jarquez, that's the rule of the running back. You got to beat one. You got to take one guy. If we get you to the safety, it's your job to get that guy. They did it. It ends up in 7 points for this Auburn offense.
Jarquez Hunter, 9 carries, 42 yards. Peyton Thorne, 5 carries, 67 yards. That RPO game around the outside, Jason, is starting to get Auburn some holes in the middle.
Yeah, anytime you can run the ball and get outside right there, it makes those linebackers and it makes those defensive line has to go sideline to sideline and tackle our guys, which eventually will open up the run up the middle. And great job right there. Jarquez hitting that hole right there, bulldozing over Bullard for the touchdown. Looked like Ronnie Brown versus Allen up in Tennessee back in 2004.
10-0 Auburn on top, 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Remember, that entire drive was set up on the interception, the 4th of the season for Jalen Simpson. 48 yards, 7 plays, 3:44 in the Sun South John Deere drive summary. McPherson kicks it away. Muse comes up to the 3 and takes it. Muse out to the 10, the 15. Angles his way across field. Muse across the 25, 30. Down the sideline, run out of bounds by Cam Riley at the 45-yard line. Fine return by Mekhi Muse.
Yeah, News with a great return right there by Auburn. If you're on special teams, you can't get too excited when you come out and you kick the ball off and you give up that much yard on kick return. You got to do a better job right now on special teams as far as kickoff.
Sun-South John Deere drive summary. 48 yards, 7 plays, 344. Jarquez Hunter touchdown. Sun-South John Deere, the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. First down for the Bulldogs. From the 44-yard line, left hash mark. Bowers goes in motion. Handoff to the tailback. Fights his way forward out to the 49-yard line. And let's see where they mark him down. He's taken down at the Georgia 47. Larry Nixon, the third on the stop after the game.
Yeah, great job by Larry Nixon right there, flowing from that backside linebacker position downhill to make that tackle right there.
Dejon Edwards, senior out of Norman Park, Georgia. 3 touchdowns on the season. Second down for the Bulldogs. Ball at midfield. Play action by Beck. Throws to the sideline, complete to Bowers. And Bowers gets the first down in Auburn territory. They'll put him out of bounds at the 43.
Yeah, you'll see a little bit more of that from Beck right now. I think they're feeling a lot of pressure from our defensive front. They're going to try to get him on the edge a little more.
Beck out of the gun, first down from the Auburn 43. Beck with time throws a slant complete to the Auburn 35-yard line. Pass complete to Dylan Bell, a sophomore out of Houston, Texas. DK Donovan Kaufman on the stop for Auburn.
Yeah, and that all goes back to that kickoff. When you kick the ball off, you can't allow them to have that much on return because it takes them out of a pressure situation where they get the ball in open field. Now the whole playbook is at their disposal.
Double wide receivers to the right, ball in the middle of the field. Kendall Milton, now the tailback, as Beck goes under center. At the Auburn 35, play action. Flip out to the side and nothing doing.
Yeah,
great pressure coming right up the gap by Elijah McAllister.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. Elijah McAllister read that. He did not take the bait at all. He went directly for Beck. Seemed like that's film study right there.
Yeah.
When you see something like that, you've seen it before. Great job by Elijah forcing that pass.
Tried to do the play action, and then they were going to try and get the ball out on the right side flat, but McAllister forced the throw. Third and short for Georgia. Beck under center. Hands the ball to Bowers, the tight end, and he has the carry for the first down near the Auburn 30-yard line.
Yeah,
he lined up as an H-back and carried Georgia to the first down.
Yeah, you can see how strong Bowers is there, Andy. You know, they lined him up at the H-back, usually like a fullback, what we call it the old belly, where you hit it inside between the center and the guard, trying to pick up that short yardage right there. Harris actually got some great push. It could have been a holding call there as well.
Nobody gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM SEC Radio. Hear live games, news, analysis, and more. Visit SiriusXM.com to start listening. The first quarter has come to a close with Georgia on the move. 1st and 10 from the Auburn 32 when we come back. After 1, Auburn 10, Georgia nothing. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
From the very beginning in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been to promote our community, see businesses flourish, and improve the livelihoods of local citizens. We have operated a simple and straightforward business model built on a foundation of sound business decisions and a caring response. Our local team stands ready to discuss your financial needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC. Online at auburnbank.com.
You will love Buff City Soap. Their soap bars, oils, body butters, bath bombs, and laundry soaps are wonderful. Handmade and customized for you using plant-based ingredients that delight your skin and your nose. See partywithbuff.com and bring your kids or friends to make some magic. Buff City is also fantastic for gifts or fundraisers for your organization. Located in the 320 West Magnolia building with the downtown Auburn Chick-fil-A and convenient parking. Buff City Soap. Plant-based and handmade daily so you smell wonderful.
Life isn't made for joint or orthopedic pain. It's made for living, for family, for your favorite hobbies, for sports, for morning walks and afternoon playing in the park. If you suffer from joint or orthopedic pain, turn to the experts at the Orthopedic Clinic. Our board-certified surgeons provide cutting-edge surgical procedures and high-quality, innovative services all close to home. Don't let joint or orthopedic pain keep you from doing all the things you love. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule an appointment today.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union.
Come save with us. At Four Seasons Federal Credit Union, it's the time to save. The investment special is for a limited time only. Invest now and get a 7-month CD rate at 5% APR. Membership eligibility required. Dividends paid monthly. There is a penalty for early withdrawals. This certificate is non-renewable. Rates are subject to change without notice. This offer may be canceled at any time. Accounts are federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. APR, annual percentage rate. APY, annual percentage yield. Effective July 1st, 2023.
End of the first quarter in Auburn. It's Auburn 10, number 1 Georgia nothing. Georgia driving with the ball as the first quarter ends. This game recap sponsored by Wind Creek Casino and Hotel with 3 Alabama locations in Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel and windcreekcasino.com. Well, Auburn took advantage of the only turnover of the game, Jalen Simpson's 4th interception, and got a 48-yard drive and a Jalen Hunter 4-yard run following a 14-yard run to punch the ball in. That's the only touchdown of the game so far. The Tigers, 116 total yards. They have held Georgia to just 44. The Bulldogs, though, with 2 big kickoff returns. Right now, they are having their best drive of the game as they are in Auburn territory as we go to second quarter action. It's 10-0 Auburn. Georgia trying to move the ball against Auburn. Here's Andy Burcham to call the second quarter.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. 1st and 10 for Georgia at its own, or at the Auburn 32, after the carry by Brock Bowers, his 16th carry, now for 173 yards in his career. He has 5 touchdowns carrying the football. 1st and 10 from the Auburn 32-yard line for the Bulldogs. Hand off around the right side, Dylan Bell. Dylan Bell, first down carry inside the 20-yard line near the 15. Now I'll mark him out of bounds at the 18.5.
Yeah, Georgia come out of the huddle real quick right there. We call it the old buck sweep, where you hand the ball off to a receiver and let him kind of beat you to the edge right there.
Bell has 3 rushing touchdowns this season. 11 yards on that first down carry. 1st and 10. Bell again with the carry. And Bell close to the 11-yard line. Stop made by Eugene Asante with an ankle tackle on the elusive Dylan Bell, a sophomore out of Houston.
Yeah, you're right. Dylan Bell is very elusive as a sophomore, but right there, Asante, again, coming out of the middle of nowhere right there to make that tackle. This guy loves to tackle, Andy.
2nd down and 5 for Georgia at the Auburn 13-yard line. Ball between the hashes. Rosemy St. Jack, now goes in motion across the set. Handoff, tailback, down he goes, 3-yard loss. Dejon Edwards taken down by DJ James.
Yep, we talked about it pregame. Our secondary getting involved in the run game, getting involved in pass rush. These guys are so talented that we have as a group that we can line them up any and everywhere. Right there, DJ James on the edge, saw that, shot in there like a firecracker, and made that tackle.
3rd and 7 now from the 15-yard line of Auburn for Georgia. Trips to the wide side of the field, Bowers in the slot to the Georgia boundary. And Edwards now behind the quarterback, now flanks the quarterback. Play clock at 2, down to 1, got the play off. Beck throws it, it's complete to the 10 and down to the 5-yard line, complete to Dominic Lovett. A transfer from Missouri on a 1st down pitch and catch.
Yeah, that's just great poise right there by Beck, because Eugene shooting up the gap right there in the middle. Nobody blocked him. Came very loose, almost making that hit on Beck before he can release that ball. Just a great job, too, by the receiver right there to have his eyes up, knowing that his quarterback's about to take a hit by Ra Thomas to catch that ball.
Beck had to really get rid of the ball in a hurry, and it was caught for the 1st down.
Yeah, I like the call defensively. They just executed really well.
1st down for the Bulldogs from the Auburn 5, right hash mark. Meeks sets up outside the right tight end. Handoff to Edwards. Edwards carries the pile inside the 5 down to the 2. Number 52 for the Auburn Tigers. Coming up, Justin Rogers to make the stop.
Yeah, Cam Riley sitting out there on the edge right there, that linebacker position. Great job of staying home and right there to get in there and help on that tackle right there, him and Justin Rogers.
Clock rolls down to the 12:07 mark. Second quarter, Auburn up 10-0. Georgia threatens. Second and goal from the Auburn 2. Beck out of the pistol. Rogers behind him. Bowers in motion. Carey. Rogers at the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. Edwards, Dejan Edwards with the carry and the touchdown. Auburn got a body on him. He slid off that tackle and made it into the end zone for Georgia.
Yeah, Larry Nixon was there for the point of attack on the hit. Just got to wrap up. Great job by Edwards, though, running strong, getting to run through an arm tackle right there for a touchdown for Georgia.
48-yard kickoff return sets everything up for the Bulldogs, and they take advantage.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about kickoff. We talked about how involved special teams plays a huge role today. Giving up that many yards on kickoff cannot happen for Auburn today to keep this offense backed up.
Woodring is out for the extra point. Peyton Woodring out of Lafayette, Louisiana. The holder is the quarterback Beck, and the snap is down and the kick is up and the kick is good. 11 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Georgia's on the board. Register your child ages 5 to 12 for the Auburn Tigers Kickoff Kid Contest from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Winners will see the kickoff from the sideline at Pat Dye Field, plus receive 4 game tickets, pregame VIP hospitality, a t-shirt, and video board recognition. Enter at auburnKickoffKid.com. That's auburnKickoffKid.com. 11:49 to go in the first half. Auburn 10, Georgia 7. Stay tuned. Auburn football continues in a moment.
Recruiting plays a major role in team building. Recruiting also plays an important role in protecting my home from termites with Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. Termites eat the bait in the Centricon stations, then eagerly recruit other termites to also feed on the bait, thus eliminating the termite colony. You don't have to live with termites. Call Cook's Pest Control for a free quote.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Are you looking to advance your career without putting your life on hold? Consider the flexibility of an online MBA at Auburn University's Harvard College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best by U.S. News and World Report, our 100% online MBA program provides the flexibility you need to pursue a degree while maintaining your personal and professional life. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
Who out there likes chicken and eggs? Both are protein-packed and loaded with essential vitamins and minerals to keep you healthy and your immune system strong. Start your morning with a delicious omelet with all your favorite fix-ins. Or have some grilled chicken for dinner. Here in Alabama, we produce almost 500 million eggs a year. You just can't beat that. However you choose to enjoy chicken or eggs, remember, they're good for you and great for Alabama.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
11:49 to go in the first half. Georgia on the board, 10-7. Auburn leads it. The Dogs go 56 yards in 11 plays, 5 minutes and 1 second. Dejan Edwards, 2-yard run, the touchdown. Dogs were 2 of 2 on third down conversions, set up by a 48-yard kickoff return from Makai Muse.
Yeah, we talked about Andy not giving them a short field. It's the key.
Brian Batiste deep to take this kickoff. Bit of wind down there, Ronnie Brown.
It is a little wind. It's a swirling wind, so it'll stop occasionally. I think that may have affected that last kickoff by Auburn. We'll see how it goes for Georgia on this kickoff.
Yeah, Georgia now kicking off into that wind. And it didn't affect it much, did it? About 8 yards deep into the end zone with Batiste back to return. 1st and 10 for Auburn at its own 25-yard line. Well, 10-7 Tigers. 11:49 to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, Georgia picked up 2 huge third downs on that last drive right there. We got pressure with Eugene, but just a great job of Beck getting the ball out to Ra Thomas, who saw it at the last minute to make a play on it. But see how Auburn responds here. We've been moving the ball in this RPO game. See if we stick with it, Andy.
Batiste is the tailback, flanking Peyton Thorne. Auburn scrimmages from the right hash at the 25. Petit goes in motion. Thorne wants to run it, tries to cut back and loses a yard in the play. Thorne was trying to cut back across the grain, and Malachi Starks got him.
Yeah, like they was trying to do a little bit of sprint. Brian Petit out to the flats right there on a little flare route, try to fake it to him and try to get a blocking scheme up inside. Not a lot of places to go right there for Thorne, making it 2nd and 12.
Second down for the Tigers. 2nd and 10, they'll say. He did not have a gain on the play. Couple wide or a couple tight ends set up just outside the right tackle. As a matter of fact, 3 of them. Thorne sends Petit in motion. There's the snap. He throws it to Brian Petit. Got to make the first man miss. He gets across the 30, out of bounds, just shy of the 32-yard line in front of the Georgia bench.
Yeah, Humphrey coming up right there. Almost been I like the call to get Brian Petit out in open space right there. That guy can make one guy miss. Just got tied to the sideline there, but I like the call to get us back to a third and manageable third down here.
Humphrey, a redshirt freshman out of Webster, Texas. 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. Jarquez Hunter is the tailback. Auburn out of the pistol. Brings Fairweather across. Handoff, Jarquez Hunter hit at the line of scrimmage. Second effort, he's going to come up a yard shy of the first down. He needed 3, he got 2 on the play. Good second effort by Jarquez Hunter.
Yeah,
and
great.
Auburn will punt it with the wind.
Yeah, great second effort there, but I agree with this decision. You're backed up on you're on your side of the field. You're up by 3 right here. You know, great job just making a decision here, punt this ball away. We understand it's going to be a long ball game and a game of very few opportunities.
Muse is back at the Georgia 26. Oscar Chapman trying to pin Georgia deep. Chapman gets it away. End over end, fair catch by Muse back at the 20. 9 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Play a 46-yard punt by Chapman. No return by Muse. 9:52 remaining in the second quarter. Auburn 10, Georgia 7. Bulldog ball at their own 20 when play resumes. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info. Search videos and audio. Find out how to get connected through social and digital media, or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store, or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletic broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
Andy Burcham here to tell you about our friends over at Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Truckworks is Alabama's exclusive Kenworth, Hino, and Isuzu commercial truck dealer, and the Southeast headquarters for dump trucks, sleeper trucks, box vans, and everything in between. Step into their TRP parts store in Opelika for all your commercial truck, trailer, and bus parts needs. Truckworks, the partner you can count on in the transportation industry since 1978.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
9:52 to go in the second quarter. Auburn up 10-7. Georgia ball at its own 20. Auburn leads the SEC in turnovers forced this season. Now 9 through the first 5 games. 6 interceptions, 3 fumble recovered. Set up Auburn's first touchdown of this ball game. Can Auburn get another? First and 10 for Georgia at its own 20. Bell is the tailback. Bell with the carry. Bell out to the 25-yard line. Georgia, we believe, is without Roderick Robinson today, a freshman tailback out of San Diego. So Dylan Bell, who's listed as a wide receiver, may get more and more carries. That was his third of the day. Make that third of the day. He has 24 yards rushing.
You really can't tell the difference. He's a receiver or a running back. He's so elusive with the ball in his hands.
5 yards, make that 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 as Edwards is back in at tailback. Trips to the Georgia boundary, the wide side of the field. Handoff, Edwards tries to get to the corner, gets to the 30, 35, and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Zion Puckett made the stop after a 14-yard gain. Dejan Edwards showed some patience to find that hole.
Yeah, we see they want to take the pressure off Beck by running the football. They're trying to settle in a little bit. Auburn got defense, got to stop the run a little better.
1st and 10 from the 37 for the Dogs. Edwards again up the middle. Edwards knifes his way across the 40 out to the 42-yard line. Stop made by the Tigers, Jalen McLeod, junior out of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, Jalen coming over to transfer from App State, known as a pass rusher, but have gotten in on a couple tackles here at that end position right here in the run game.
Yeah, nice hold by Ernest Green. 2nd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. He was outside the shoulder pads. From the 41, 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. 10-7 Auburn leads. Bell goes in motion out of the backfield. Beck across the middle. It is complete to Dominic Lovett into Auburn territory. Lovett down to the Auburn 45. Larry Nixon the third with the stop.
Yeah, Georgia right there trying to do a little bit of fake action to Bell and hit that little stick route.
And Bell back in the backfield at tailback for Georgia. Bell on the carry right up the gut. Bell gets 3 yards up the middle. Dustin Rogers, Jalen McLeod combined.
Yeah, great job by Jalen McLeod right there, coming down the line of scrimmage to make that hit on Bell. That's a great job of him flowing from that backside, not staying home, but get downhill.
2nd and 7, Georgia substitutes, so Auburn does defensively as well. 2nd and 7 from the Auburn 43 for Georgia, ball between the hashes. Bulldogs trips to the wides or to the Georgia boundary. Rosemy Jack Saint to the Auburn boundary. Bowers in motion now to the Auburn boundary. Out of the shotgun, 2nd and 7. Beck right up the seam and complete to Rosemy Jack Saint inside the Auburn 20.
Yeah, Jack Saint he faked the bubble screen to the left right there that drew the attention of our secondary, and then Jack Saint was able to run down the sideline right there for a huge catch, but there was a flag. Well, I guess it's not.
Secker, 1st down and 10 for Georgia at the Auburn 18. Handoff Edwards, nothing doing this time, stood up at the line of scrimmage. Number 99, Jason Jones, junior out of Calera, Alabama, leads the charge for the Tigers.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot from that defensive front today. We heard from Marcus Harris, we heard from Justin Rogers. Now to get Jason Jones involved in there would be huge right there. We're going to need that big man today to help stop this run game.
6'6", 339, a transfer from Oregon. 2nd and 10 for Georgia at the Auburn 18. And now Cash Jones in the backfield. Redshirt sophomore out of Brock, Texas for the Dogs. On 2nd and 10 from the 18. Play clock at 3. They get it off. Fake the pitch to Cash. Beck to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Great defense by Zion Puckett right there. They tried to throw the back shoulder to Bowers. Zion Puckett goes up high to meet him with the ball. Great job of knocking that ball away right there by Zion Puckett. Force the 3rd down.
Hugh Freeze said the big defensive key today for Auburn, defending Brock Bowers.
Yes, got to defend that big guy. He's a huge part of what they like to do offensively, especially when he spread it out.
Georgia 3 of 4 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 10. Beck throws across the middle, incomplete. They tried to go to Bowers again. And this time, it was Jalen Simpson deflecting the ball away at the goal line.
Great job by our safeties on those last 2 plays to force a field goal here. One by Zion Puckett, now Jalen Simpson to be able to meet that ball again, Andy, at the point of attack. Not getting the pass interference, just timing that up very perfect right there. Great job by Auburn defense to force a field goal here.
Field goal by Peyton Woodring, a freshman out of Lafayette, Louisiana. He is 4 of 7 this season. This will be a 37-yarder, ball right in the middle of the field. William Mote, the snapper, Carson Beck, the holder. Good snap, kick is on the way, and the kick is good, and we have a tie game. 5 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the first half. Auburn and Georgia deadlocked at 10. Stay tuned, friends. Auburn football continues in a moment.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your all-time favorite patty melt with 2 fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. And just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this delicious all-time classic, someone utters the dreaded words. Can I have a bite? Should you? Shouldn't you? Maybe you should just take a big bite so you don't have to answer. Ooh, glad that dilemma's over. The Whataburger patty melt, just like you like it. Order online to earn rewards.
This is Coach Hugh Freeze. The support of the Auburn family is vital to the success of our student athletes, and On to Victory plays a crucial role in that. Please help keep that good work going by joining On to Victory today, or Eagle.
Today's broadcast of the Deep South's oldest rivalry is brought to you by PNC Bank, supporting local students through the PNC Achievers Program. Now, back to the Tigers and Bulldogs.
Auburn leads the Southeastern Conference, ranked 6th nationally in red zone defense this year. Tigers 2nd in the SEC in team passing efficiency defense. And boy, Auburn showed it on that stand right there, forcing the field goal to tie the game by Georgia.
Yeah, a huge stand by Auburn's defense right there, showing you why they're one of the top teams in the SEC when it comes to red zone defense that can win and lose ball games. Great job by Zion Puckett and Jalen Simpson right there to come from behind and not get a pass interference by the time those balls up exactly on time. 61 yards, 10 plays, 355. The Woodruff 37-yard field goal ties it. Battie is back and out to kick this one away for the Bulldogs is Jared Zirkle. Battie comes up. He's at the 5 to the 10, 15, 20. Open field, 30 down the sideline, 40 and out of bounds at the 45. Oh, a nice return by Brian Battie. Yes, he shows that explosiveness of why he was considered an All-American from USF. From a special team standpoint, this guy can change the game in a quick second, like you just saw it. We saw Georgia go across the field for its big kickoff return. Battie kept it on this side of the field. Yeah, he did. He just up the field. Yeah, he tried to tightrope the sidelines right there. Great job right there getting up north and south, setting up Auburn. Into the 42-yard line for Auburn. 5:51 to go in the second quarter. Battie stays in the game at tailback for the Tigers at the right hash mark, flanking Peyton Thorne. Double wide receivers right, left. Fairweather now in motion. There's the snap to Thorne. He's going to run it, and he runs right into the middle of the line and goes backwards. Right into the middle to Zion Logue, a senior out of Lebanon, Tennessee. Yeah, but there was nothing there. I'm not sure if you want to be faking right there and running a quarterback right into the teeth of the defense right there. But, you know, I know he's trying to keep him honest, but this is a critical drive for Auburn because you don't want to give Georgia a 2-for-1 right here before the halftime, knowing that they receive the ball at the beginning of the third quarter. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 for Auburn. Clock moves down, 5:21 and counting in the second quarter. 2nd down and a long 9 for the Tigers. Moore in motion to the Auburn boundary. Play action. Thorne eludes one man. Peyton Thorne throws it. Complete. First down into Georgia territory. Number 4, Camden Brown. Yes. Great improvisation right there by Peyton Thorne to elude the rush and then keep his eyes upfield. Coach Freeze talked about last week, looking at the rush too much. Keep your eyes upfield. Great job right there. He seems to be settling in and getting comfortable in this game. First down in Georgia territory for the Tigers at the Bulldog 48.
Thorne from the gun, high snap, one-handed grab. He throws it down the sideline. Diving attempt, number 16, Malcolm Johnson Jr. He just couldn't come up with it. Defended on the play by Tyke Smith.
Yeah, I like the play call. I like the throw. I like the effort to try to go and catch that ball right there, extending. Just missed it by a foot right there. But I like that call right there to stay aggressive, make the back this secondary up a little bit.
2nd and 10 for Auburn. It's the Georgia 48. Remember, Auburn with the wind behind it here. As the clock stops with 4:43 on the incompletion. Thorne from the gun. Hands off to Battie around left side. Battie to the sideline. 1st down and more. Inside the 35, near the 30. Brian Battie used a little bit of a dead leg move, kind of like his coach, Carnell Williams, and he got to the boundary and a 1st down, 21 yards.
That's the thing about Brian Battie. He's special outside the pocket right there, the dead leg bullet to get positive yards.
From the left hash, 1st down for the Tigers. Auburn out of the pistol. Auburn looks to the sideline, 1st down at the Georgia 31. Battie behind Thorne. Trips to the wide side of the field. That's the Auburn boundary. Pan goes to Battie. Battie spins at the line of scrimmage and is eventually slammed down on the play after a gain of 1, maybe 2 on the play. Smile London made the initial hit for Georgia.
Yeah, that's hard fought yards right there by Brian Battie, trying to spin out of that tackle right there. He got met right there by big Mikael Williams right there from Georgia.
And now Jarquez Hunter replaces Battie in the Auburn lineup. 2nd down and 9 for Auburn. Actually, they gave him 2 yards, 2nd and 8. There's the snap. Handoff Jarquez Hunter. Makes a man miss. Jarquez Hunter head down near the 1st down at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Jarquez wanted to follow Fairweather on that block right there, but Fairweather got tripped up. So Jarquez just saw daylight. He got north and south.
Yeah, he kind of ran over his own man there, didn't he? Kind of pushed Fairweather out of the way. 1st down for Auburn.
You got Robbie Ashford coming in the game with 3 tight ends set here. See what happens in this play. Pretty sure it's going to be some type of RPO game here on 3rd and 2 here.
1st down for the Tigers.
Down, okay.
Auburn just outside the Chick-fil-A red zone. Play clock is down to 9. Ashford, the quarterback. Jarquez Hunter is the tailback out of the pistol. The snap. Ashford gonna run around left side, has a man in front of him. Ashford inside the 20, near the 15. He goes out of bounds at the 16. 4 yards, make it 5 for Robbie Ashford.
Man, Brandon Frazier doing such a great job of blocking on these RPOs on the edge right there, those design runs for the quarterback. He's doing a really good job of knowing who to block and not get a holding call. Great job by the offense right there. I like the call.
Jeremiah Cobb checks into the lineup for the 1st time today. Auburn from the left hash. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers from the Georgia 16. High snap. Handoff Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez inside the 15, carries the pile near the 1st down. He's going to be about a half yard shy. Good, hard running for Jarquez Hunter.
Yeah, great hard running right there. Jarquez running behind that left offensive side of that line. We got Gunnar Britton and Dylan Wade right there getting a great push. Thorne coming back in the game here, along with another 3 tight ends. So we're 4 tight ends set. We got all 4 tight ends in on this 3rd and 1 possession here.
Auburn is 0 of 4 on 3rd down today. This is 3rd and 1 from the Georgia 12. Out of the pistol. Thorne turns, hands the ball. Jarquez Hunter. Oh, he's met at the line, driven back. I don't think he got it. I don't think he has it. Now, decision Auburn. It's 4th and 1 for the Tigers. The clock rolling down, 1:34 to go in the half. Auburn does have one of its timeouts remaining. The Tigers will go for it on 4th down.
I think here, Andy, you just try to draw them off sides on defense. If they don't jump, you got the timeout.
There's the snap. It's a high snap. The ball goes to Jarquez. I don't think he got there. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage by Jamon Dumas Johnson. It was a bad snap, and it seemed to throw the timing completely off on that 4th down play.
Yeah, you have a high snap like that. It throws the timing off, and the running back's not able to hit the hole like he wants to because he's got to wait till the quarterback secure the ball. I thought right there at first with the timeout that we have that we would try to milk that clock all the way down, see if the quarterback can do a hard count, draw the defense off sides. If not, maybe take a timeout and discuss on the sideline and see if we want to take the field goal here.
Auburn turns the ball over on downs at the Georgia 12. Bulldog ball. 1:18 to go in the first half. When we come back, the Tigers and Dogs tied at 10. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
War Eagle, it's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccinations during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It's crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are all up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19 and flu. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Jarris McIntyre, former Auburn wide receiver.
I think Auburn was the best decision for myself. Obviously, he grew up in Alabama, played for Auburn, and I watched Auburn growing up. And deep down, I felt like I always wanted to go to Auburn. It was a dream of mine, but he never really pushed it on me. Miami, I was close. It was kind of came down to Auburn, Miami, Florida, a couple other schools wanted to play safety, different positions. But I just think deep down, it was Auburn for me. I think I always knew I wanted to go there. I'm glad I did. It was a really good time there and met a lot of great people.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for... Aw, Jim.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
We're still on the air.
Hello, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. They say Coke Zero Sugar is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. War Eagle.
First and 10, Georgia, after Auburn turns it over on downs. Georgia ball at its own 13, 1:18 to go, second quarter. Auburn and Georgia tied at 10. Edwards is the tailback with Beck. Edwards with the carry. Edwards is just run down from behind on the play. Nicely done. Number 35, Jalen McLeod.
Yeah, Jalen McLeod coming backside again, making that downhill tackle right there on Edwards. I think Georgia's going to try to milk the clock here. They don't like being backed up, don't want to try to force a turnover. They may be pleased with just going into half 10-10.
Under a minute to go in the first half. Beck brings Georgia to the line. Second down for the Dogs, 2nd and 8 from their own 14-yard line. Beck inside the right hash, drops to throw. Beck throws. The ball was fluttering out of his hand, intended for Bowers, deflected by Mosiah Nasili Kite.
Yeah.
Or did he get the arm?
Yeah, Nasili Kite was half an inch from getting that ball right there as well, causing a fumble right there, which would have been huge for Auburn. But this is a big play right here. If they force to pass this ball, we can get a timeout and still have a shot to get some points on the board for the half over.
CBNS Bank has been family, community, and financially strong since they began in 1906. Visit cbsbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Georgia 3 of 5 on third down. This is 3rd and 8 for the Dogs. Handoff goes to Edwards. He is hit just beyond the line of scrimmage. He got a couple yards, but Larry Nixon III makes the stop, and Auburn calls its last timeout, stops the clock with 30 seconds to go in the second quarter play. That's a 3 and out, perhaps, for the Auburn defense, depending on what Georgia does here on 4th down.
Yeah, I think Auburn's going to try to come after this one, Andy. That's why he called a timeout. If you try to come out there and see if we can still get good field position and work the sidelines a little bit to try to get in field goal range. But I like Jalen Simpson and those guys come off the edge here to try to block this kick.
They're going to give Auburn 2 more seconds, so it's 32 seconds to go when Georgia, we believe, punts this one away from Brett Thorson and punting into a little bit of a wind.
Yeah, I like this right here, this opportunity for Auburn to come after this. Like I said, even do you put Brian Battie back there to punt return in this situation? Or you keep Corey Moore back there? Like, you got 32 seconds. You need great field position to try to work into field goal range. It's a big decision here to decide who they put back there to return this punt kick as well.
You have good range in Alex McPherson. I mean, Auburn believes that they can get a 60-yarder out of McPherson. Can you get into that kind of territory and try and get the lead going into the locker room at the half?
Well, I like taking that opportunity because he got the wind at his back, you know, so that gives him another 5 yards on his leg, with his leg strength, that he can kick the ball from the distance. I like that.
Excuse me, Jason. Coy Moore back at the Auburn 40. Thorson will punt this away. Moore will be looking into the sun. We're getting late afternoon here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Boy, make sure you catch it, young man.
Up top, you got Champ Anthony on one side. It looked like he may be rushing from the top, from the boundary of Georgia sideline, but he's going out to cover. Maybe Cam Riley. We got some tall guys in there on the edge. See if we can get a hand on this ball.
Thorson back at the 5 to punt it away. Auburn came after it. Thorson gets it away. It's a good one. Coy Moore looks up, calls for the fair catch. Well, it's a really good punt by Thorson as Moore goes back and calls for the fair catch. And the ball is at the 27-yard line, a 53-yard punt. Boy, just what you want from Brett Thorson there.
Yeah.
Clock stopped with 25 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, he shows you why he's on that Ray guy watch list. Right there, punting that ball 53 yards, knowing it's in the critical, into the wind. That's the other thing.
Got to figure for Auburn, you got to get close to the Georgia 30 to think about a field goal right here.
Yeah, it all depends what you do on first down here. If you get positive yards on first down, Robbie Ashford's in the game here.
And he's flanked by Brian Battie. Battie now goes in motion. And Ashford runs the draw, goes off the left side. Ashford gets out of bounds, maybe a yard gain, and that is all. Clock stopped with 20 seconds to go in the first half of play. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage in a hurry, friends.
Yeah, if you don't pick up a big play here on second down, then they may have to just be content going into half 10 to 10. But if you can get something positive here, get a first down, that clock stops until you can get the ball set.
Ashford stays in the game at the quarterback spot. Battie flanks him to the left. 20 seconds to go in the half. Second down for the Tigers. Battie on the carry. Battie is taken down back at the 22-yard line by Smile Munden. And now Georgia calls a timeout. Stops the clock with 13 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, Georgia's calling a timeout. They're probably going to call another one after the third down and try to force Auburn to punt this ball and then try to see if they can get a punt block situation. But Auburn's got to be very smart and careful here these next two plays.
It will be 3rd and 13 for Auburn. The Tigers have struggled on third down in the first half today. Auburn is 0 of 5 on third down. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Georgia has 2 more timeouts left.
Yeah, that's why we were saying, got to be careful here on this third down here. You know, going to be another run play. They're going to call a quick timeout and try to come with a punt block situation. So Auburn special team has got to be ready for Georgia's punt block situation.
Ashford again, the Auburn quarterback. Ball in the middle of the field. Double wide receivers to the Georgia boundary, 1 to the Auburn boundary. 3rd and 15 for the Tigers. Brian Battie makes the first man miss, not the second. He's taken down at the 24-yard line. Georgia calls another timeout. Kamari Lassiter from Savannah, Georgia, with his 10th tackle of the season, a preseason first-team All-SEC selection with the stop. 10 seconds to go in the half, and Georgia calls another timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be critical right here. We got to make sure we're smart, make sure we're in a punt-safe situation here. Don't let anyone on the edge try to come off and get a hand on that ball. My kicker, our kicker got to get this kickoff quick as well. He got to understand the situation here that Georgia's going to try to come after him.
Oscar Chapman to punt it away for the Tigers. He will have some wind behind him, although you look at the big American flag, and not a lot of wind up there. They've added another second on the clock. It's 11 seconds in the half. Georgia doesn't have anybody back. I guess they're coming after him.
Yeah, they're coming after him here. This got to be a quick kick by Oscar Chapman. It doesn't matter how long it go, just get it off.
Good snap from Quattlebaum is a must. It is a good one, and Chapman gets it away. A boomer. A dandy by Chapman. Bounces at the 5 and down at the 4. Nicely done, Oscar Chapman. They came after him, and he boomed one, and that's the way the first half comes to a close. A 74-yard punt by Oscar Chapman. Auburn and Georgia are tied at 10. Down to the field, Ronnie Brown with Auburn head coach Hugh Freeze.
All right, Coach, offensively in the first half, you've been able to do well in the ground game, including the usage of the quarterback. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, I mean, we got a good plan. They're really good on defense. We're having a hard time. They're running a lot of bare front, hard to run in the tackle, so we're going to have to work on trying to figure out getting it on the perimeter some in the second half. But we're going to have to throw it some, too, and we just got to – they bring pressure a lot, and we got to figure out our protections. But proud of our kids. We easily could be a 13-10, but, you know, want to be aggressive down here. I think we had the first if it hadn't had a high snap. Snap was so dang high, and you got to execute in those scenarios, but, man, I'm proud of our kids.
All right, Coach, defensively, you got a turnover in this first half. What's the key coming out to start this third quarter?
Get another turnover.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck the rest of the way. All right, guys, if you heard it, on defense, simple. Get a turnover. Offensively, you got to keep the ball. You know, they're giving some hard front looks with the bare front, which means they got every guy covered, so it's going to be hard to run in between, you know, the tackles and get the running game going. So they're going to have to use the pass a little bit. But, guys, give me your thoughts. Jason, let me know what you think as the quarterback. What do you tell the offense, you know, in terms of coming out?
And we'll do that, but let's first pause 10 seconds so stations like Oxford's Thunder 92.7 can identify themselves. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. Jason, quick key.
Yeah, to answer that question. To answer that question, Ronnie, we got to come out offensively right there. Coach Freed would love to be up 13-10. They're trying to be aggressive as much as possible, but we got to continue to do what we're doing offensively. I like our rush, but like I said, get our receivers more involved in this passing game because you know that bear defense, it gets tougher and tougher to run against as this game go on.
The score, Auburn 10, Georgia 10. Now Paul Ellen with the Truckworks halftime report.
All right, let's take a look at the rest of the top 25 action on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Michigan is just rolling Nebraska and Lincoln. It's 28-0. Still about 30 seconds to go in the first half of that game, and Nebraska hasn't sniffed the end zone so far. They are finally driving the ball out near midfield. Well, Texas and Kansas, both teams ranked in the top 25. Texas number 3, Kansas number 24. They're playing in Austin. Texas jumped out to the lead. Kansas has answered, and it's turned into a slugfest, 13-7. Texas leads Kansas, trying to get some points late in the first half of play. Number 23, Missouri, maybe the luckiest team in the country so far. Certainly they have been fortunate to remain undefeated at 4-0. They have moved into Vanderbilt in Nashville, and Missouri leads 10-7 as they play early in the second quarter. So not exactly a thundering lead by the Missouri Tigers, but they do have the lead over the Vanderbilt Commodores. Other top 25 action, number 20 Ole Miss will host number 13 LSU. That game will be getting underway about an hour from now. Later on, it's 9th-ranked Oregon against Stanford. It'll be 14th-ranked Oklahoma hosting Iowa State. 11th-ranked Notre Dame goes into 17th-ranked Duke in Durham, biggest game in Durham for a while. Number 21 Tennessee is hosting South Carolina. Number 12 Alabama is at Mississippi State. 7th-ranked Washington on the road to face Arizona. Number 25 Fresno will be at home against Nevada. Number 6 Penn State with a big second half knocked off Northwestern earlier 41-13. Number 8 Southern Cal had to hold off Colorado. Colorado with a 27-point second half, but could not get those last points, and Southern Cal wins it 48-41. And Kentucky knocked off number 22 Florida. The Cats remain undefeated. They won 33-14 in Lexington. They are now the first 5-0 team in the SEC. We'll have a listen to the highlights and a look at the stats as we are tied up at 10-10. Auburn and Georgia here at Jordan-Hare Stadium on the Truckworks halftime report. Stay with us. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Live sports radio, bringing you all the action of game day with no delay. Every touchdown, interception, sideline report, and all the analysis from Andy Burcham, Jason Campbell, Ronnie Brown, and Will Herring. Yours at home and on the road. And they're good all through the spring. When football ends, you can still hear every broadcast of home men's and women's basketball, baseball, and softball, all with no delay. Live sports radio and Alpha Insurance, keeping you plugged into the Tigers at home and on the road.
War Eagle, it's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccinations during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It's crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are all up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19 and flu. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Austal USA, we're building ships that protect and defend our nation. Building innovative ships requires innovative people. We're looking for Tiger fans to join the build. We offer 4 10-hour-day work schedules for our production employees, comprehensive benefits, and individualized training programs that make our dynamic workforce even stronger. Visit austaljobs.com to apply today and build a strong future. Austal USA. Innovative on land. Exceptional at sea.
This is the Truckworks Halftime Report. Visit truckworks.com to learn more about the company or to learn about career opportunities with Truckworks. Back to Paul Ellen.
All right, 10-10, Auburn and Georgia. Here's how the highlights came down as called by Andy Burcham. Auburn went 3 and out in the first possession of the game. A sack ended that possession. Georgia took the punt, converted a 3rd and 9, but then a stop on 3rd and 2 by Marcus Harris ended that drive, and Auburn got the ball back, but they got it back deep in their own territory. Second play, though, Auburn's quarterback made the first big play of the game.
2nd and 8 from the 9. Ball at the right hash. Thorne gonna run it around right side, turns the corner. There goes Peyton Thorne into the open field. It's a foot race. Thorne to the 30-yard line and out of bounds.
61 yards for Peyton Thorne all the way down to the Georgia 30. Jarquez Hunter added a 15-yard run that got it down into the red zone before the drive bogged out, and the Auburn freshman kicker came on to pay off that drive.
27-yard field goal by McPherson. The holder is the punter, Chapman, and Auburn strikes first. Pearson splits the uprights. Now 4 of 4 on the season. The field goal by McPherson gives Auburn the lead. 6:04 to go in the first quarter of play.
An 84-yard drive on 8 plays, and Auburn led it 3-0 late in the first quarter. Georgia came right back out, going to the air, and Auburn made them pay with the SEC's leading interceptor coming through.
Ball at the right hash mark. Bex with a man in motion. Play action. Drops to throw. Looks, plenty of time. Throws. Ball is it intercepted at the 45 or the 48? Who has it?
Well, Jalen Simpson had it with his 4th interception of the year. Auburn starting at the 48-yard line. The drive started with a sack, but then Thorne got 6 yards on a 4th and 2. A personal foul per pass interference penalty gave Auburn another first down, and then Jarquez Hunter took over the drive.
A handoff right up the middle. It is Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez inside the 5 and down to the 4. Touchdown saving tackle by Malachi Starks. Second time this day, Auburn out of the, and a touchdown right up the middle. Touchdown, Jarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Auburn.
Auburn going very quick there, so Hunter with the last 19 yards on 2 quick plays. That gave Auburn a 10-0 lead on the 48-yard 7-play drive. Georgia quick to answer, though, as they got a big kickoff return out to the 44-yard line. Dejon Edwards with a 2-yard run to cap a 56-yard drive after that 41-yard kickoff return. That made it 10-7 Auburn early in the second period. Auburn went 3 and out, and Georgia came right back out again with good field position. Moved it 61 yards, though, in 10 plays. The drive eventually bogged down, and Peyton Woodring came on with a 37-yard field goal. 6 minutes to go in the first half, and it was all tied up at 10-10. Auburn got a good kickoff return as Brian Battie brought it back 37 yards to the 42-yard line. The Tigers drove it deep into the Georgia red zone, but turned it over on downs, and that was the last big penetration by either team. Auburn 10, Georgia 10. That's where we stand at halftime. The Truckworks halftime report continues in a moment.
Andy Burcham here to tell you about our friends over at Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Truckworks is Alabama's exclusive Kenworth, Hino, and Isuzu commercial truck dealer, and the Southeast headquarters for dump trucks, sleeper trucks, box vans, and everything in between. Step into their TRP parts store in Opelika for all your commercial truck, trailer, and bus parts needs. Truckworks, the partner you can count on in the transportation industry since 1978.
Sports not only bring us together, they inspire us on our own health journeys. Whether we're walking an extra lap, crushing a new goal, or spending time with friends cheering in the stands, we all win when we feel healthier and happier. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is a proud sponsor of athletic programs across the state. Because a healthier Alabama is a happier Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed to this kind of energy. That's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
War Eagle, it's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccinations during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It's crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are all up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19 and flu. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
This copyrighted broadcast is authorized under rights granted to Play Fly Sports by Auburn University and is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. It may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted in any form without the documented consent of Auburn University and Play Fly Sports.
Auburn 10, Georgia 10 at halftime. Time for your halftime stats. Presented by the Alabama Department of Public Health. They remind you, don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines, including COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Well, it's about as even as it could be at halftime. A 10-10 score, first downs even at 8 apiece. Auburn ran the ball for 145 yards, but could throw for only 28. Tigers 33 snaps for 173. Georgia ran the ball for just 68 yards, but they passed it for 77. They had 31 snaps for 145. Just one turnover in the game. That was the Jalen Simpson interception that set up the Auburn touchdown. Auburn 0 for 6 on third down. Georgia was 3 for 6, but Auburn went 1 for 2 on fourth down. One of them kept his touchdown drive alive. Auburn 2 out of 3 in the red zone. Georgia 2 for 2. Dejon Edwards ran for a 40-yard net in the first half to lead Georgia. Auburn's Peyton Thorne ran for 68 yards net. Jarquez Hunter ran for 57 yards net and a touchdown for the Tigers. Carson Beck 7 of 13 with an interception, 77 yards passing. Peyton Thorne 4 out of 6 for just 28 yards throwing the ball. He was sacked twice. Brock Bowers was targeted 6 times in the first half, but caught only 2 for 9 yards. That's a trend Auburn would like to see continue. Brian Battie
was targeted twice. He caught 2 passes for a total of 12 yards. Camden Brown with a 14-yard catch as well for the Auburn Tigers. Leading tacklers, Javon Bullard had 5 to lead Georgia along with Smale Munden. Jalen McLeod with 5 for Auburn along with Larry Nixon III. Halftime stats in an even game. Auburn 10, Georgia 10 as we move to the second half. A reminder to visit truckworks.com. That's truckworks with an X.com for more information on the company or to learn more about career opportunities with Truckworks. We'll be set for second half action. Andy Burcham on the call when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Presenting the all-new Aubie's Kids Club. Benefits include an exclusive Aubie-branded swag box or bag, t-shirt, membership card, access to exclusive Kids Club events, as well as free admission to non-conference baseball, softball, and women's basketball games. Members also get a monthly newsletter from Aubie, a special invitation to Aubie's birthday party, and a personalized birthday card. 2 membership options are available. Learn more and register at aubieskidsclub.com.
Thinking of medical school? Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine in Auburn has award-winning medical education and research programs. VCOM partners with Auburn University for student activities, research, and sports medicine physicians to care for Tiger athletes. VCOM is providing tomorrow's physicians for Auburn and the surrounding communities. Find out more at vcom.edu. That's vcom.edu.
Thinking of advancing your career with a master's degree in business? If so, consider the graduate degree choices at Auburn University's Harbert College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best, we offer full-time and online programs in finance, supply chain management, information systems, accounting, and business administration. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
Andy Burcham here to tell you about our friends over at Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Truckworks is Alabama's exclusive Kenworth, Hino, and Isuzu commercial truck dealer, and the Southeast headquarters for dump trucks, sleeper trucks, box vans, and everything in between. Step into their TRP parts store in Opelika for all your commercial truck, trailer, and bus parts needs. Truckworks, the partner you can count on in the transportation industry since 1978. Halftime at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn, #1 Georgia, tied at 10. Welcome back to the ballpark. Andy Burcham along with Jason Campbell. A couple notes from the first half of play. Jarquez Hunter, his second touchdown of the season. That gives him 12 on a career. Hunter now 36th on Auburn's career rushing list with 1,463 yards. He passes the legendary Monk Gafford, who played at Auburn through 1942. Next up, 10 yards away from Cam Newton. All right. Also, the long run by Peyton Thorne, that 61-yarder in the first quarter, the longest of his career, and the longest by an Auburn quarterback since Malik Willis in 2017. That was 67 yards against Mississippi State. And what was officially ruled a 71-yard punt by Oscar Chapman that closed the first half. It really could be a huge play in this game, that 71-yarder, Jason, his career long. Both punters came up big in their last boots of the first half of play.
Yeah, you talk about the game of possessions, what it's going to come down to, and right there, you know, those two guys, Georgia punting the ball out of it, backed up, understanding that Auburn can get the ball back in great field position, punting against the wind, and he booted it, and then Oscar Chapman to get that kickoff right there, limited Georgia from having any chance to score before the half.
This third quarter is enormous. Just think back to last week against A&M. Auburn had the ball coming out, went 3 and out twice against the backup quarterback, Max Johnson for Texas A&M. A couple touchdown passes that really, well, it kept the Texas A&M ahead to stay in that ball game. Now, Georgia will get the opening kickoff of this third quarter. Georgia is outscoring its opponents 56-0 in the third quarter. And on the other hand, Auburn is still looking for his first third down conversion of the day in its first third down conversion in a third quarter this season.
Yeah, you're talking about Auburn offense. You know, they're 0 for 6 on third downs there in that first half. And like I said, Coach Freeze would love to be up 13-10 right now. But like he said, you know, that high snap kind of caused some timing issues right there on that fourth down, preventing us. I like the aggressiveness. You know, maybe they want that one back. But either way, though, I like what Auburn did in the first half offensively. Defensively, continue to do what you're doing. Put pressure on crossing back. Bend but don't break style defense. We get in the red zone. Our safeties are doing an outstanding job on Brock Bowers right now. And like you said, Georgia has been scoring a lot in the third quarter. Our defense gets to start this game first in the third quarter. We need our defense to come out here and set the tempo for the second half for our team as a whole, and hopefully force the 3 and out, get this ball back to the Auburn offense. But I like the RPO game. I like getting our quarterbacks involved in the run game. We talked about it pregame. They are going to have to be involved against this Georgia defense. That's what hurt Kirby Smart's defense.
Take it to the house with Alabama Manufactured Housing Association and the Auburn Tigers. This week, Take It to the House contestant is Bonnie Mothershed of Eclectic. She's listening to us today in Arkansas. If Auburn returns his first received kickoff in the second half for a touchdown, Bonnie wins up to $75,000 towards the purchase of a manufactured home from an authorized AMHA dealer. Register for your chance to win at auburntigers.com/take-it-to-the-house. Auburn will kick into the wind in this third quarter. Mekhi Muse is deep along with Dylan Bell, and McPherson's kickoff will be fielded by Muse at the 5. Starts up the Auburn sideline, puts his head down and gets out to the 26-yard line. Eugene Asante right there, and he'll just stay out there at linebacker for the Tigers. So 1st and 10 Georgia at its own 26-yard line to start the third quarter that to this point this season has been dominated by the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, they've been very dominating coming out of the halftime. Kirby Smart and his whole team as a whole, they play with a lot of energy. We got to match their intensity and match their energy here in this third quarter. And it starts now with our defensive front out there with Harris and Justin Rogers at our D-tackle position.
1st and 10, ball just beyond the 25-yard line for Georgia from the right hash mark. Empty backfield for Beck. The snap to the quarterback. Looks, he throws. The pass is complete to Bowers. Bounces off one man. Actually, that's the backup tight end. Ball's down. Ball's loose. Does Auburn have it? Yes! Auburn has it. Auburn has it. Jalen McLeod comes out of the pack. Delp with the catch. He dropped it. McLeod has it. Auburn strikes first in the third quarter.
Great job of Marcus Harris not giving up on the play, coming from the backside right there and helping knock that ball loose.
I think Simpson may have knocked the ball away.
Oh, Mazzell.
No, you know who it was? It was number 50, Marcus Harris. Booted that ball away. Delp dropped it, and McLeod picked it up. Oh, it's a big play for Auburn. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Georgia 32.
Great job right there of Harris. Big guy, defensive lineman, hustling down the field on the tackle and punching that ball out. Georgia's coach talked about Auburn guys punching the ball out. That's another great example right there.
Both Cobb and Jarquez on the field right now. Cobb now sets up outside the quarterback, Robbie Ashford. Ashford will carry it. He goes to the 30 boundary. He's to the 25-20, down of bounds at the 15. There's your RPO game.
Yes. Great play right there. Robbie Ashford improvising. Great block right there by the running back, Jarquez, and the receivers, and hitting that ball inside right there. I like the play call. I like the RPO game today.
At the Chick-fil-A red zone 14-yard line. 13 yards on first down for Robbie Ashford. 1st and 10 from the Georgia 14 left hash mark. Cobb goes in motion. Auburn in the pistol. Handoff, Jarquez Hunter. He's to the 10, inside the 10, and driven backwards by a trio of Georgia white shirts.
Yeah, Jarquez right there getting in between the tackles. Great running, great hard running. Running to the teeth of that Georgia defense right there, making this a 2nd and 5 situation.
At the 9, second down and 5 for Auburn at the Georgia 9. Just the start of things in the third quarter. The Tigers and the Dogs tied at 10. Ball at the left hash. Ashford flanked by Cobb and Hunter. Ashford up the middle. Robbie Ashford inside the 5. He scores! Robbie Ashford! Touchdown Auburn! 9 yards out. Tigers back on top.
Great job of Robbie right there, using his legs, running through the arm tackle right there. The defense for Georgia trying to tackle him. You're not going to tackle Robbie with his leg strength right there. Great play design, running that behind Dylan Wade and Gunnar Breed on that left side of that offensive line. Touchdown, Auburn. Great job, great drive, great turnover by the defense.
First points Georgia's given up in the third quarter this season. Auburn back on top. McPherson for the extra point. The holder is Chapman. The ball is on the way. It's right through the uprights. Oh, Auburn strikes first. 13:31 to go in the third. Fumble recovery by Jalen McClown. Punched out of there for the Tigers by Marcus Harris. And Robbie Ashford finishes it off with a 9-yard scamper for a score. Auburn 17, Georgia 10. Auburn football continues in a moment.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Auburn Athletics, helping the world keep promising.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
Active Liver is one of many award-winning health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at Amazon.com or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Available as a tablet or delicious sugar-free gummy. Protect and help your liver the easy and effective way with Active Liver at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
13:31 in the third. Tigers up 17-10. McPherson to kick it away after the 9-yard touchdown run by Robbie Ashford. 2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns for Auburn today. Muse to take this kickoff, and it goes into the end zone and out, almost out of bounds, but into the end zone before it bounced. Sun-South John Deere drive summary for Auburn, 32 yards, 3 plays a minute, 10. Robbie Ashford with the 9-yard touchdown run. The fumble recovery by Jalen McCloud. Sun-South John Deere, preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Georgia first and 10 from its own 25. 13:31 to go in the third. Tigers up by a score of 17-10. First points the Bulldogs have surrendered in the third quarter this season.
Yeah, Auburn's doing a great job with Sutton Chain, who's got 2 touchdowns off 2 turnovers so far in this game.
2 tailbacks flank the quarterback, Beck. Handoff goes to Edwards. And he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ball came out. Ball came out at the line. Auburn says it has it. Tiger ball. Tiger ball. Elijah McAllister out of the pack.
Yeah, it looked like Edwards tried to get that ball. I don't know if he slipped down first, but the ball definitely came out. It's going to be interesting to see if that knee was down or not. I hope it wasn't, but definitely a fumble.
Holy cow. First and 10, Auburn at the Georgia 24. Quickly downstairs, Ronnie Brown.
A fumble recovered by the defense is under video review. Timeout.
Not so quickly as we go downstairs. Ronnie Brown has
and rightfully so. If Auburn gets this ball, it's under review right now. But if they get this fumble, I expect the roof, which there is no roof, to come off of this place.
the figurative roof, so to speak.
Figuratively, correct.
Replay reviews are brought to you by Auburn's Houston Clinic. Don't let a sports injury bench you this season. Go to Houston for your fracture, sprain, or strain. Because orthopedics is all they do. Go straight to the specialist. Go to Auburn's Houston Clinic. I think that ball is out, friends. That ball is out before a knee, even before an elbow.
It's going to be close, and that forearm, his left forearm is what they're going to be looking at. See if that left forearm was
he slipped and then went down, and the ball came out.
Yeah, that left forearm is going to be the key right there. It's going to be a critical call.
He tried to make a cut, lost his balance, and that right knee, I don't know if they rule that down, and then his forearm comes down and he fumbles. And this one may get review or may get overturned. And I think the review is rather quick, and we'll get the call from Jason Autry.
After video review, the ruling is the runner was down prior to losing possession. It'll be second down for Georgia at the 24-yard line.
And I hate to admit it, but I think the call is correct.
Yeah, it was a correct call right there, but I still like the tackle for a loss by Auburn defense right there. Just seeing that ball on the ground just shows you how aggressive this place is getting and getting loud in here, and it can get louder. So if the Auburn fans, y'all can hear us, get louder.
It's a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for Georgia at its own 24-yard line. First time we've seen that set with tailbacks flanking the quarterback back today.
Yeah, first time we got Kendrick Falk in here, that left end position. The true freshman standout that we have.
Split ends, 2 of them, right and left for Georgia. Beck, quick throw across the middle, pass complete, and Jalen Simpson lowers the boom on Dominic Lubbock. Or was it Ra Thomas?
Yeah, Jalen Simpson is a man on a mission today. He just came out of the safety position right there and laid the boom on that hit, on that quick slant right there.
Here's 3rd and 6 for the Dogs. Line to get is the 35-yard line. Beck from the gun. Edwards the tailback. Beck to throw it. Looks to the boundary. Looks, he throws complete. First down out to the 48-yard line. Pass complete to number 84, Ladd McConkey. First time we've mentioned him today. Excuse me, second catch for McConkey, who is playing in his first game of the season today.
Yeah, McConkey running what you call that 7 route. They ran a hitch on the outside to try to draw up Nehemiah Pritchard to keep him from dropping back in the zone. And they was able to hit McConkey on the 7 route, which you call that deep flag route right there.
1st and 10 for Georgia at its own 46. Far from an empty backfield with Beck. He's got 3 backs back there. Play action, floats it out to the sideline. Bell, midfield, up the sideline and taken down at the Auburn 48. DJ James eventually brings him down with some help from Jalen Simpson.
Yeah, anytime you see Bell in the backfield, he's back there for a reason. Either they're going to hand it to him or try to do some type of RPO or play action and try to get him out, flank the defense and get him the ball in his hand so he can use his elusiveness.
2nd and 4 for the Dogs at the Auburn 48. 11:25 on a county clock, 3rd quarter. Auburn 17, Georgia 10. Beck calling plays at the line, now back into the shotgun, play clock at 12. Ball at the right hash for Carson Beck. Hand off to Edwards, and he's hit at the line and he goes down. Oh boy, is Marcus Harris having a big day for the Tigers. Transfer out of Kansas, originally out of Montgomery.
Yeah, Marcus Harris right there beating Tate Ratledge for Georgia offensive lineman right there at right guard position. Harris is so quick off the ball and he's so low to gravity that his strength can overpower certain guys. And that's what Georgia can't match up today is our guys up front right now showing our elusiveness on that defensive front.
Georgia's been really good on 3rd down. They're 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 3 at the Auburn 47. Beck from the gun. Auburn brings the blitz. Beck throws it against the blitz. Incomplete. No flag. McConkey working out there against DJ James.
Another
incomplete pass.
You're right, Andy, my bad. Another great play right there by a secondary Andy on these 3rd downs. You saw the first half, and now you see DJ James. But they got to get lined up. Georgia trying to go for it.
Georgia's going for it on 4th and 3 at the Auburn 47. Beck calling for the play. Beck looks to the sideline. Beck back to the line of scrimmage, talks to his offensive line. Play clock, timeout.
Auburn has called their first timeout of the half.
Yeah, I'm not so sure they were going to snap that. I think they were trying to create more room for their punter to try to pin us deep right there. But either way right there, it's a good timeout if you're not sure.
What will Georgia do on 4th and 3 from the Auburn 47 when we come back? 10:30 to go in the third. Auburn 17, Georgia 10. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
The first player that I talked to at Auburn University was this linebacker named Quentin Riggins.
We will not be staying for the full game. Quentin has to be at work at 5 o'clock, and we're leaving at halftime. And Coach sat back, he nodded and said, okay. And he said, well, I hope you enjoy the game and so forth. Now, understand, I'm dying. I'm under the table here. I'm getting a chance to come. I get to meet Bo Jackson. But little did I know how important that was in my growth, my opportunity, and what propelled me to be on Auburn's radar even more so.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
It's game day. What do you take to the tailgate? A flat screen TV? Take it to the tailgate. Your wife's favorite blender? The DJ sound system? With a Ford F-150 truck, you can take it all. With available Pro Power onboard that acts like a mobile generator, you can use F-150 to take your tailgate to the next level. Visit your local Ford dealer today. The Auburn Tigers and Ford F-150. Greatness starts here. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Georgia will punt it. Coy Moore back at the Auburn 10. Brett Thorson to punt this one away for the Bulldogs, I think. And he does. High end over end. Moore just lets it bounce, and it's caught at the 1, and it gets into the end zone. Yep, that's a touchback. That should be a touchback. Yes, it is. Georgia almost downed it at the 1, but it went to the end zone, and Auburn will have 1st and 10 at its own 20. SeatGeek, now the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. Whether you're buying or selling football tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Tiger fans can fan. Well, Auburn survives the near fumble. Gets Georgia to punt it away. 1st and 10, Tigers at their own 20.
But you see, Andy, when you play with energy and a lot of emotions, good things happen. You know, you can force things to happen when you're just playing with a lot of energy. Guys are flying around like their hair on fire, and guys are just playing football. They understand that this is a Deep South oldest rivalry, and you got to bring intensity to this game. And we came out of the locker room to start this half a lot different than we did a week ago at A&M.
No question about that. Thorne, the quarterback for Auburn, 1st and 10. He is flanked to the right by Jarquez Hunter. Trips to the wide side of the field. That's the Auburn boundary. From the 20, 1st and 10. The snap to Thorne. Hands the ball to Jarquez Hunter. Hunter at the line of scrimmage, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. Initial pressure from Javon Bullard, the junior from Milledgeville, Georgia, who is the MVP of both the semifinals and the national championship game a year ago.
Yeah, Bullard coming up from that linebacker position right there. You know, trying to make that hit on Jarquez. Fairweather was trying to get a block on him, didn't want to get hold for called a good job of just letting the guy go.
Under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 for Auburn from the 21. From the left hash mark this time. Thorne, 2 throws. Steps, he throws. Fairweather can't make it, and the ball is incomplete. Almost picked up out of the air by Nyland Green, cornerback out of Covington, Georgia. Deflected by Fairweather and nearly intercepted by Nyland Green. Here's 3rd and 9. For Auburn. The Tigers are still looking for their first 3rd down conversion of the day. Auburn is 0 of 6. Still looking for his first third down conversion in a third quarter this season.
I'm glad that ball hit the ground right there, because most tip balls over the middle don't find the ground. I'm glad that ball was was on the ground.
From the left hash, Auburn sends Johnson to the Tiger boundary, trips to the wide side of the field, the Georgia boundary. Thorne to throw. Flush up the middle of the field. He's going to get a first down 30. 35 and out of bounds at the 37.
Great job right there by Thorne, keeping his eyes down the field. Last week they talked about he's had his eyes on the rush. Today you have seen him improvise with his legs, improvise with his arms, keeping his eyes downfield for a scramble of 16 yards right there. Great job by Thorne.
First third down conversion today. First third down conversion in the third quarter this season. A 16-yard gain by Peyton Thorne. First and 10 Tigers at the Auburn 38. From the left hash, Thorne. Jarquez tries to bounce to the outside, nothing doing.
Yeah, the corner right there for Georgia. They played that very well. Everett did a good job of beating, our receiver right there, getting inside right there to make that tackle on Jarquez and force it back, make it a 2nd and 9 here.
It's been tough for Auburn to get the tailback to the corner in this third quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 38 for Auburn. 8:41 on a counting clock in the third. Tigers lead number 1 Georgia 17-10. Thorne from the gun. Brings Jarquez, sets up on the flank to his left. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, Thorne. Turns it upfield 45 and down at the 50. First down, Peyton Thorne. 12 yards and a first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, Peyton Thorne running the ball very confident right there. He saw a space right there. He kind of gave the DB a little bit of a dead leg, got north and south. Great job by Peyton right there.
First and 10 for Auburn at midfield. Thorne, short drop, throws to the boundary. Ball is complete. Number 13, Rivaldo Fairweather, a 5-yard gain to the 45 of Georgia.
Yeah, Fairweather, Auburn likes to use Fairweather in the same way that Georgia likes to use Brock Bowers. They like to put him in a lot of different formations and try to create certain matchups. Definitely these two guys would like to get the ball in their hand in open space.
6 yards on the gain to Fairweather, his second catch of the day. 2nd and 3, make that 4 for Auburn. Battie, the tailback for the Tigers. Auburn scrimmages from the Georgia 43. Trips wide right, the Georgia boundary. Auburn from the left hash. The snap, the handoff, Battie. First down inside the 40, and Battie carries the pile near the 36-yard line. The 5'7" junior out of Sarasota, Florida, for 8 yards and an Auburn first down.
Yeah, Brian Battie can hide behind that big offensive line. You don't see him to the last minute, able to skirt right there for a great first down.
Auburn right back to the line of scrimmage. First and 10 from the Georgia 36. We approach the 7-minute mark in the third quarter. Tigers on top 17-10. Ball inside the right hash. Trips to the Auburn boundary. Battie in motion out of the backfield. Thorne with the carry. Tries to get to the sideline, and he gets a yard. He's run out of bounds by Mekhi Starks, the sophomore from Jefferson, Georgia. Preseason first-team All-SEC.
I still like that play call right there, Andy. Keep that defense honest. Running a quarterback design run and get out backside.
Got a yard on the play. Clock rolls inside 6:40 in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 from the Georgia 35-yard line. From the right hash, Battie in motion out of the backfield. Thorne in an empty backfield. Georgia brings the blitz. Thorne in trouble. Gets away and then goes down back at the 30. Make that the 42. They brought the blitz off the corner, and it looked as though he was going to get around Smile Munden, but then he lost his balance and went down.
Yeah, Smile Munden, Georgia brought him to the edge right there on defense. No one to account for him right there. Thorne thought he could make a miss, almost made a great play, but Smile Munden ended up tripping him up right there for a loss.
3rd and 16 for the Tigers at the Georgia 42.
The key is try to get in field goal range right here. It doesn't have to be a first down. If you can get at least 8 to 10 yards here, you can give yourself an option.
Jarquez Hunter is the tailback. Double wide receivers to the Auburn boundary. And now Fairweather comes out in the slot. They bring the blitz. Thorne throws it. It is caught! Malcolm Johnson Jr., and he dropped it. He dropped it at the 20, had it in his hands, and dropped it.
Yeah, great throw right there by Peyton throwing that back shoulder throw right there. I didn't think Malcolm Johnson had to leave his feet right there to try to get that ball. Just kind of just turn your shoulders a little bit, keep your feet on the ground, so that way you can have more control in seeing that ball and catching it.
That ball was poked away by Dalen Everett. It's a really good defensive play. And Johnson is down at the Georgia boundary, and Auburn's medical staff, including team doctor Michael Goodlett, is out. Johnson had it, but Everett poked it away in the boundary.
Yeah, his head hit the ground right there at the end of that play right there. We hope everything's okay. But like on those plays right there, I thought it was a great throw, great play design. But we've seen some great play by defensive backs today, Andy, you know, on Auburn side and on Georgia side.
5:36 to go in the third. We'll give you an update on Malcolm Johnson Jr. when we return. Tigers up 17-10, punting when we come back. Auburn football continues in a moment.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Auburn Athletics, helping the world keep promising.
Do you say War Eagle instead of hello? See tigers in the clouds? Never wear crimson and white together? If so, there's no better way to show your tiger pride than with the Auburn University Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about Auburn, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoTigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Some people just know that a perfect football field is all about the details. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate. Take the head groundskeeper, for example.
Hands at 10 and 2. 90-degree turns, perfect stripes every time.
He knows, because he's done this 100 times. Just like he knows that paying attention on the road can save safe drivers 40% with Allstate.
Saving 40% is based on the national average premium savings for Allstate auto customers with a clean driving record versus those without. Savings vary by state and based on how you buy. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
.536 to go. They helped Malcolm Johnson Jr. to the Auburn sideline. He walked up under his own power. And we'll try and get an update on Malcolm.
Yeah, it looked like his head hit the ground right here watching this replay.
He was not carrying his helmet when he came off the field, and Oscar Chapman is out to punt this one away. And as Mekhi Muse, who is back at the Georgia 7, and he's looking into a bit of a sun field right now, too.
Yeah,
as Chapman punts this out.
Yeah, the goal is to pin him within that 5-yard line here. It'd be huge for Auburn defense.
Chapman to punt it on 4th and 16. He gets it away. It's a low end-over-end kick. It bounces at the 5. Inside the 5 is where it is downed for the Tigers. DJ James. Boy, that is just well executed by the Auburn special teams punt unit.
Yeah, that's a thing of beauty right there when you see that punt go up like that in the air and that thing just dropped down, and DJ James allowed the thing that Oscar did right there, Andy. He allowed his outside guys to get down the field for DJ to be able to get in front of that ball and stop it right there on that 2-yard line.
1st and 10 Georgia at its own 2.
It's about to get loud in here now.
Look for number 19 on this drive for Georgia, Brock Bowers. Look for Dylan Bell to run it. 1st and 10 Dogs from their own 2-yard line. Beck, tailback, Edwards, 10, 15, 17-yard line off left tackle. Kayan Lee made the stop for Auburn. Boy, that's a big, big play for Georgia to get off its own goal line.
Yeah, not the play you want to see from Auburn defense, for him to spring through that hole like that and get them out of the backed up in that end zone. You want to kind of keep them back there.
16-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the Georgia 18, 5 minutes to go in the third. Auburn leads at 17-10. Bulldog ball out of the gun. Left hash mark. They throw to the boundary. The pass complete. Bowers goes down and loses a couple yards on the play. How about Eugene Asante around the ankles of Brock Bowers?
Yeah, you got Donovan Kaufman there, Andy. He's coming up from that safety position right there off the outside slot guy to get in there to make that tackle. Great job from a big guy like Brock Bowers.
DK with the big stop. 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12, Dogs. Those are the football at the Georgia 16. Edwards, the tailback. Play action. Beck with time, now flushed to the sideline. Beck to the 20 and slides, and they'll put him down at the 22.5-yard line. The pressure came from Larry Nixon to force that slide by Beck.
Yeah, by rule right there, they're going to go where he initiated the slide, so he's going to put the ball back a little further, make this a huge 3rd down situation right here for the Auburn defense to get off the field.
Georgia on 3rd down today, 4 of 8. This is 3rd and 5 for Georgia. Ball at the left hash mark. Edwards is the tailback. He flanks Beck to his left. On 3rd and 5, Auburn brings the blitz. The throw complete. 1st down, out of bounds at the Auburn 37-yard line. Ra Thomas with the catch.
Yeah, right there gave him a little bit too much cushion right there. Zion Puckett covered him from that safety position. They kind of gave us a different formation. Ra Thomas pulled up on that one as well at the end of that play.
Auburn player down at the middle of the line. It's Mosiah Nasili-Kite. Senior out of Pittsburgh, transferred from Maryland. The Auburn medical staff is out there. We'll send it upstairs. Paul Ellen has a quick check of the Yellowwood scoreboard.
All right, in Big Ten action, Michigan, number 2 in the country. They'll solidify that. They lead 35-0 at Nebraska, still in the 3rd quarter there. They're having a shootout in Austin, number 3 Texas against number 24 Kansas. 20-14, the Longhorns lead midway through the 3rd quarter there. Undefeated Missouri leads Vanderbilt 17-7 at the half. Missouri ranked number 23. That's your top 25 scoreboard. There are some other games of interest. Cal hanging on against Arizona State 17-13 early in the 4th quarter in that particular game. And Maryland blowing out Indiana at home. Maryland 30-3 over Indiana. Big Ten action also. Purdue 23, Illinois 13. That is in Big Ten action as well. Andy, that's a Yellowwood scoreboard update.
3:18 to go in the 3rd quarter, Paul. Auburn 17, Georgia 10. Mosiah Nasili-Kite walked off the field under his own power. That is certainly good news.
Yeah, he's been having a great game today, getting involved with a lot of tackles. You know, he was on that help with Marcus Harris, forcing that fumble out. Earlier, they gave an Auburn turnover for us to have a short field and get in an opportunity to go score.
Harris, 6 tackles, leads Auburn 5 apiece for Nixon and McLeod. Leading tackler in the game is Smile Munden. And Malcolm Johnson Jr. is heading to the Auburn locker room. We're not exactly sure, but as Jason mentioned, when he had that ball stripped out of his hand, he fell backwards in it. He hit his head on the turf. Auburn University isn't just home to the best athletics program in the nation, it's also home to the best student-centered engineering experience in America. That's not just a slogan, it's a promise. Find your future at the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. Visit eng.auburn.edu. 3:18 to go in the 3rd. 1st and 10, Georgia at its own 37-yard line. Tigers on top 17-10. Auburn has run the ball well this afternoon. Auburn with 208 yards rushing here today.
Yeah, Auburn, one of the top rushing teams in the SEC offensively and defensively, one of the best defenses stopping the rush.
Georgia 1st and 10 at its own 37 left hash. Beck play action. He's in trouble. He goes down. He got rid of it. Ball is almost intercepted. Oh, good gracious.
Oh, Cam Riley almost got underneath that ball right there, feeling the pressure. Oh, my goodness, that almost been another turnover for Auburn.
The pressure came from Jalen McLeod. He almost got to Beck.
Yeah, Jalen McLeod coming off that right side of that left side of our defense.
I think he did get to the quarterback. That ball was nearly picked off by Cam Riley. And Riley's slow to get up.
Man, he would have almost got his arm right there. It would have been a question if his arm would have been going forward if he would have been able to knock that ball loose right there. But that pressure from Jalen McLeod showing why he was so important in the transfer portal coming over from App State.
Riley, with the help of the Auburn medical staff, walks off the field, now starts to jog. As much as he was injured on the play, I think he's also disappointed that he almost came up with an enormous interception. He did everything he could to get underneath that ball.
Yeah, that's why he's a linebacker, though. You know, receivers you expect to make that type of catch, but linebackers, though, Andy, you know, you got to give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt, you know. But
okay.
I say this, though. That's one of those where you land on the ball and it just knocks the breath out of you. You just need a little bit of time to recover.
Well, I hope that's all it is. I hope that's all it is for Cam's sake and certainly for Auburn's sake. Clock is stopped with 3:02 to go in the third. For Georgia, it will be 2nd and 10 from the 37.
Another thing to remember here, too, you know, Auburn defense right here have been doing pretty good on second downs. We got to be alert for everything right here in this situation. Georgia had time to stand on the sideline and kind of come up with a play because of the injury timeout.
3:02 to go in the third. Fourth quarter, Georgia will have its back to the student section, and that means Auburn will have the wind to its back in the fourth quarter play. Still 3:02 to go in the third. Tigers up 17-10. 2nd and 10 Georgia at its own 37. Lovett goes in motion. Beck to throw. Steps. Pressured. Beck flushed out of the pocket. Beck taken down at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Harris was the first one there. Eugene Asante finished him off.
Yeah, great pressure right there by Larry Nixon coming from second level, that linebacker position, blitzing right there, forcing Beck to have to step up in the pocket. And we was able to tackle him right there and force a huge third down right here for Auburn.
Hugh Freeze said that Kirby Smart has a flavor defensively. What do you think Auburn's flavor has been defensively here today? How about pressure?
Pressure and more pressure.
3rd and 10 for the Dogs. From the left hash. Beck to throw. Beck with time. Throws. Pass complete. It is complete to Ladd McConkey. It's a first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, same play they hit earlier in this quarter, hitting McConkey on that 7 route. We call that flag route again on 3rd down. I think they see something they like there with him in the matchup.
First down for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 at their own 49. Pitch to the boundary. Edwards to the 45 for Auburn, near the 40-yard line for Edwards. 10-yard gain for Edwards. And Harris now slow to get up for the Auburn Tigers. Well, this has been a tough third quarter play defensively from an injury perspective for Auburn.
Yeah, Harris is one guy we definitely don't want to lose. You don't want to lose anybody, and him running inside out right here. I'm not sure if someone landed on him or what happened here, but
he is on his back right in front of the Georgia sideline. And Auburn's medical staff is out.
I wonder, could it be a cramp, you know? He's kind of rubbing out his right leg there a little bit.
Auburn has 2 players down. Not only Marcus Harris, but also Justin Rogers. Whew.
Yeah, not a sight you want to see, you know, here deep in this third quarter right here.
There are 2 Auburn players down. We know one of them is Harris. Is it McAllister is the other one? It is McAllister. He's getting up and he's walking off the field. They're helping Harris up in front of the Georgia sideline. And they're going to help him off the field.
Yeah, 2 veteran guys right there, McAllister and Harris. You know, hopefully it's nothing too serious. Well, Harris has had a heck of a day defensively for us up front.
Auburn's medical staff is helping Harris to the sideline. And that put a lot of pressure on that left leg. He has 7 tackles, 2 tackles per loss today. So Harris is out right now. 1:43 to go in the third. Georgia, 2nd and 1 from the Auburn 42-yard line. On a drive that has been punishing for the Auburn defense.
Yeah, it's been one of those long, tough tough as nails type drives. Wondering who's going to be the hammer, who's going to be the nail type of drive. This is what the Deep South oldest rivalry is all about. Physical up front. It's getting late in the third quarter. See what happens.
Auburn on top 17-10, a minute 33 on the county clock in the third. Beck on 2nd and 1. Edwards is the tailback. Play action. Up the seam, pass complete. That's Brock Bowers. He to the 20, to the 15, and run out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Crossing pattern for the Mackey Award winner a year ago, Brock Bowers, 29 yards and a first down. Georgia right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, first time I seen Brock that open today against our defense.
1st and 10 at the Auburn 13. Edwards left side. Edwards to the 10. Edwards to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, they ran a quick toss sweep out to the left right there. Auburn wasn't set just yet on defense, and Edwards was able to find it, follow his big blockers right there, get in for a touchdown. Look to tie this game up 17-17.
He made a cut at the 7-yard line, and it was wide open to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, we've seen some special plays today on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Like, this game has not disappointed at all.
Here's Peyton Goodring with an extra point that would tie it, with 1:03 to go in the third quarter play. First long drive of the game, and 98-yard drive for Georgia. Snap down, the kick is on the way from Goodring, and he puts it through. So a minute 3 to go in the third. And Auburn and Georgia are tied at 17 after the Bulldogs go 98-yard in 10 plays, 4 minutes and 24 seconds, where they set the tone on the very first play from scrimmage, when from the 2-yard line, Dajan Edwards went 16 yards for a first down. Hey, Jason?
Yeah, that was a tough break right there for Auburn. They caught us in the Mike Blitz, where we shot Asante. We tried to shoot him through the B gap right there, and Edwards was able to hit the C gap, and he was able to pick up 12 to 14 yards out of being backed up, and that kind of initiated that drive right there. And then a huge third down completion to McConkey again on that 7 route in the boundary to the sideline. That's twice they've hit that route right there to sustain drives right there. Auburn defense got to take a look at what's happening right there on third down.
Batee 2 yards deep into the end zone. Sean Jackson is the up man for the Tigers to take this kickoff from Jared Zirkle. 1:03 to go in the third quarter. If there is wind, Auburn will have it at its back in the fourth. Auburn and Georgia tied at 17 at Jordan-Hare Stadium in the 128th renewal of the oldest rivalry in the Deep South. Zirkle's kickoff, and it will not be returned. Let's pause 10 seconds so stations like WQZX in Greenville can identify themselves. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. First and 10, Tigers at its own 25-yard line. 1:03 to go in the third quarter. Auburn and Georgia tied at 17. Auburn scrimmages from the left hash. Shane Hooks, the lone man to the Auburn boundary. Initially, it was a 4-wide set, and now Batee joins Thorne in the backfield. Fair comes in motion across the set. Thorne, play action, throws, Fair, catch. He has it across the 30-yard line. His first catch of the afternoon, Jay Fair, 7 yards for Auburn.
Yeah, Jay Fair is the guy we definitely want to try to get involved in this game. Has been very dynamic for this Auburn offense early in this season. He's a guy, we can get the ball in his hands and get him going. It adds another dimension to this offense that puts pressure on Georgia's defense.
They say he went out of bounds at the 30. First down, or second down and 5 for Auburn. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. From the gun, Thorne hands the ball to Batee. Made the first man miss, bounces to the outside. Batee shy of the first down by about a yard. Make it 2.
Yeah, Batee making Mitchell right there miss on that play right there at safety. That's what Lack talk about, making a guy miss in the open space.
Here's 3rd and 2 for Auburn. The Tigers are 1 of 8 on third down today, and that first play of the fourth quarter will be 3rd and 2 for Auburn with the wind to the back. At the end of 3, Auburn 17, Georgia 17. Oh, what a finish this is going to be. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Auburn made here. At Jewelry by Design, we are honored to design and hand make officially licensed Auburn University jewelry. All designs are limited edition or one of a kind and made here in our store. Jewelry by Design, proudly making Auburn jewelry in Auburn. Come by to see all of our fabulous designs or let us make you one. Follow us at jbdauburn.com. War Eagle from Jewelry by Design, located at 590 North Dean Road in Auburn.
Earn more on your balances with the Max Elevate Money Market. Enjoy the competitive rate benefits of certificate accounts with no fixed terms and more flexibility. Earn more on your balances and access them anytime. You expect more, and Max delivers. See our amazing rates at mymax.com/elevate. Max. Smart money made simple. Federally insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
Fine dining meets Southern comfort at Vintage 2298, Auburn's newest fine dining restaurant and butcher shop. Chef Randall Baldwin and wife Laura present Gulf cuisine with a Southern flair, made fresh farm to table. Seasonal meats, cheeses, wine, and handcrafted cocktails available next door at the butcher shop. Manager Stephen Jacobs and staff bring a new level of service to local dining at Vintage 2298. Private dining and event space available, as well as awesome tailgate packages found in the butcher shop. Experience Vintage 2298.
Well, the South's oldest football rivalry was tied at halftime. It is still tied going to the fourth quarter. Auburn took advantage of the first 2 minutes as Georgia fumbled on the first play of the third quarter. Auburn managed to make it count for a 32-yard touchdown drive. Georgia dominated the last 5 minutes of the third quarter with a 98-yard touchdown drive. We go to the fourth with Auburn facing third and short to start the fourth quarter, and the game tied 17-all. This game recap sponsored by Wind Creek Casino and Hotel. With 3 Alabama locations in Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka, you can escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel and at windcreekcasino.com. 17-all as we go to the fourth, the big third down for the Auburn Tigers. Here to tell you about it is Andy Burcham.
There's swag surfing all over this ballpark. As we go to the fourth quarter, tied at 17. Auburn 3rd and 2. When play resumes in the fourth. And quickly we'll send downstairs. Ronnie Brown has a Cook's Pest Control sideline report.
All right, as an old running back, I'd love to have the ball in this situation in a game like this, but let's be honest. I think in this situation, the best thing may be a quick RPO. Jason Campbell would definitely agree with you. Quick throw to the flat or give Peyton an opportunity to go get 2 yards.
Ashford is the quarterback on 3rd and 2 from the Auburn 33. And Hunter is the tailback. Luke Deal is the H-back right now. Auburn out of the shotgun on 3rd and 2 as we start the fourth quarter from the Auburn 33-yard line. Ashford in the shade, takes the snap, gets the ball to Jarquez. Jarquez makes the first man miss, not the second. He loses yardage to the 30, and a flag is thrown. And this may be against Brandon Frazier blocking downfield.
Yeah, the sideline ref threw that flag from deep back there.
Another high snap. I don't know if that had anything to do with the fact that the play lost yardage.
Yeah, I was expecting Auburn to probably go with an RPO there.
Holding, offense, number 84. Up it is decline. Result of play is 4th down.
Micah Riley called for the hold.
Yeah, I was thinking we may go with an RPO there, Andy, because he had Robbie in the game and put a little bit more pressure on Georgia's defense if we can attack the edge a little bit there. But that's okay, though. It's still a ball game here, 17-17.
14:52 to go in the fourth, and Auburn will punt it away. Makai Muse Up at the 33-yard line for Georgia. See if Oscar can boom another one. He's had a good day. Gets this one away. Another boomer. Muse back, fumbles the ball, back at the 9. And taken down by Reed Hughes, the snapper.
Yeah, Oscar Chapman right there boomed another kick like he did right before the half, pinning Georgia back. Georgia punt returner dropping that ball right there. This is a great opportunity for Auburn defense to back this Georgia offense up. And with this crowd noise in the student section end zone right here, it's about to turn up to another level.
That was a 55-yarder. Remember, Chapman had a career-high 71-yarder at the end of the first half. Georgia, 1st and 10 at its own 9. Remember, the Dogs just went 98 yards. Harris back in the ball game for the Tigers in the middle of that defensive front. Kendall Milton is the tailback. Bowers goes in motion. Play action, Beck throws. Bowers is open at the 25. Bowers across the 30. Bowers to the 45-yard line for Georgia.
Yeah, again, they hit us with that fake the motion in the backfield, fake action. Hit Brock Bowers on a little bit of a what we call a wheel route by the tight end. We got lost in coverage right there. Georgia hitting a big play.
Their first 2 plays on their last 2 drives, both deep in Auburn territory, have been big gainers. That was 37 yards to Bowers. Remember, on first down from the 2, 16 yards by Edwards. And Jalen Simpson is down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Simpson, our big-time safety, has 4 interceptions so far on this year, always finding a way to be around the ball.
Are they giving the ball to Auburn?
Ruling on the previous players under video review. Timeout.
Well, they're going to take a look at this. Let's go downstairs. Ronnie Brown with the Cook's Pest Control sideline report.
All right, guys, unfortunate news. Hopefully Jalen Simpson's okay down here. You know, just short of the 50-yard line for Auburn. But the thing about that play, I was looking, and it looked like the ball was taken from Brock Bowers when he got flipped. I don't know, but one of the Auburn's defensive guys got up with the football. So that's something that I think they're taking a look at. But it may be something to keep an eye out for, because if they did, this is huge for Auburn.
We look at the replay, Ronnie. He is down on his back before that ball comes out. It came out, but it appears that he was down, well down on the play. As much as most of this 88,000 are hoping for otherwise.
Yeah, just can't have those back breakers like that. We got an opponent offense backed up into their end zone.
After video review, the runner had possession of the ball and was down. It'll be first down, Georgia, at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Jalen Simpson there, Andy, might have hurt his ankle trying to stop the cutback by Bowers and got his foot planted in that turf down there.
He is helped off the field by the Auburn medical staff, although he did walk off under his own power. Now, do you go after that vacated spot of Jalen Simpson, who's had a heck of a ball game? Caleb Wooden checks in at the star for the Tigers. 1st and 10, Georgia at its own 46. Man goes in motion out of the backfield. It's Bowers. This is Cash off the left side, and he just taken out of bounds. Nicely done by Larry Nixon III. Maybe his best ball game in an Auburn uniform thus far this season.
Yeah, Larry Nixon doing a great job of shooting the gaps today, going sideline to sideline. You know, you usually hear Eugene Asante's name a lot, but today Larry Nixon is kind of bringing his own noise as well this evening.
A gain of 1, 2nd and 9, 13:38 in the 4th quarter. Auburn and Georgia tied at 17. 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. From the 47, the Georgia 47. Play clock at 8. Play clock at 4. Beck from the shotgun. Gets the play off with 1 to spare. With time, he throws it up the seam, and it's incomplete. Lown spares quickly, Ronnie Brown.
All right, guys, just a quick update for Jalen Simpson. Just got kicked on that last play where Brock Bowers caught that pass, and he got landed on, and then he got kicked in the shin, so they're stretching him out. Should see him shortly.
They went after Donovan Kaufman on that play, and Kaufman came up big. 3rd and 9 for the Dogs.
Yeah, huge play right here for Auburn defense. Coach Roberts, do you bring secondary pressure right here to try to force Beck to have to get rid of this football before he wants to?
Edwards, the tailback. Beck scrimmages from the left hash. Double wide receivers right and left. Bowers in a slot to the left. Beck to throw with time. Throws it across the middle. Caught by Bowers to the 25. Taken down by Donovan Kaufman. Right up the seam.
Yeah, that was a tough one-handed catch right there by Bowers, reaching back behind him, catching that football. I thought the coverage was great by Kaufman. Just an excellent play by an excellent tight end.
Georgia right back to the line of scrimmage from the 25. Across the middle, pass complete. Another one-handed grab by Bowers to the Auburn 10.
I think he'll get an offensive penalty here. And there's a man downfield on offense.
Caleb Wooden made the stop. There is a flag down. Let's get the call.
Illegal touching, offense number 19. He's covered in the formation. He's first to touch the ball downfield. It's a 5-yard penalty with loss of down. It'll be second down.
And Bowers couldn't have caught the ball there, apparently. And that's a break for Auburn, because that was 1st and 10 at the 10.
Yeah, you see right now, Andrew, with Jalen Simpson out of the game, they're trying to attack his replacement right there, Caleb Wooden, young guy coming in. Got some talent, but if you hadn't been playing in this game all game, it's hard to have a feel for what's going on. It'd be very important if Jalen, we see Jalen back in this game soon.
Second down and 15, Georgia at the Auburn 30. McConkey goes in motion. Beck throws it to McConkey. At the boundary, McConkey gets 4 yards on the play. Zion Puckett was there for the Tigers. Elijah McAllister was there for the Tigers. Caleb Wooden was there for the Tigers.
Big third down right here for Auburn. See if they can force a field goal right here. See what we do defensively, but they got to get loud in here and make it hard. Be on the lookout for Brock Bowers. We got to put 2 on him in this situation.
He is in the slot to the left. And he gets single coverage there.
I think they're going to double him with Caleb and Donovan Kaufman here, unless they bring Caleb on the blitz.
3rd and 11 for the Dogs. Auburn does bring the blitz. Beck throws it complete and out of bounds to Dominic Lovett. Shy of the 1st down. And this will be a field goal attempt now for the Dogs.
I like the call by Coach Roberts right there. Don't give Beck an opportunity to sit back there and let his man Brock Bowers get down the field and create separation or make some incredible catch. Good job of forcing a field goal here. Auburn has made some guys miss field goals this year. We've seen it in the Cal game. Can we get some edge pressure here to force a wide right or wide left?
From the right hash mark, 37-yard attempt, make it. From the hash by Woodring. He's 5 of 8 this season. Good snap. Kick on the way by Woodring, and right down the middle. And for the first time today, Georgia has the lead. Auburn's defense bends, it does not break, but Georgia has the lead. 10:57 to go in the 4th. Dogs 20, Auburn 17. Tiger ball when we come back to Jordan-Hare Stadium as Auburn football continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
The Houston Clinic would like to welcome Dr. Brad Young, the newest addition to our team of experienced medical professionals at Auburn's Houston Clinic. Specializing in joint replacements, sports medicine, and arthroscopic surgery, Dr. Young has treated athletes and worked with sports teams from middle and high school to college and professional teams. Call now to schedule your evaluation. Houston Clinic. Research, education, treatment. Houston.com.
We're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever?
Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
The game has changed, and the future of Auburn athletics now demands a strong NIL program. I'm Jason Campbell. Let's come together, Auburn family, and make a lasting impact. Visit OnToVictory.com. Every dollar you contribute to On to Victory helps create NIL opportunities for our student athletes. Visit www.ontovictory.com and be a part of changing the game for Auburn athletics.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
10:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Georgia on top for the first time today. Bulldogs 20, Auburn 17. Dogs go 7 plays, 71 yards, 3 minutes and 37 seconds. 38-yard field goal by Thorson gives Georgia the 3-point lead. Battie is back for Auburn. And Zirkle will be kicking off into a wind that looks like it has subsided just a bit. He kicks it away from Battie, and it's fielded at the goal line by Sean Jackson. Jackson heads upfield. Jackson across the 20, bowls his way to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, big fella rolling down through there for about 25 yards right there. I don't think nobody wanted to hit him. It seemed like everybody was trying to get out of the way. Nobody wanted to get in front of that freight train. Has there been a drive as big as this one is for Auburn this season? Right now, down 20-17. 10:50 to go in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 for the Tigers at their own 25-yard line. Yeah, I think Auburn got to get back to running their RPO game. It's been very effective against this Georgia defense, running our quarterbacks, getting them out on the edge. See if we get back to that to start in this fourth quarter. Thorne in an empty backfield. Battie now sets up in the slot. Play clock down to 3. There's the snap to Thorson. Thorson across the middle. It is complete to Jay Fair. Just under 5 yards on the gain. We'll give him 4.5. Brings up 2nd and 6. Yeah, great drive starter play. I like that. Running a little stick route with Jay Fair. Little window dressing before the snap. I like to see positive yards on first down. Bullard with the stop for Georgia. 2nd and a long 5 for Auburn. At the 30. Thorne. High snap, gets the ball to Battie. Battie cuts upfield. Battie has a first down. He's out to the 36-yard line before he's brought down on the play. Tyke Smith with the stop. Brian Battie with the first down carry for Auburn. Yeah, Brian Battie getting that edge right there. It's hard to see him, 5'7" running back. The second level of linebackers of Georgia cannot see him until he's past the line of scrimmage right there. Great job, first down. First and 10 for the Tigers. Under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Georgia 20, Auburn 17. Tiger ball at the 36. Fairweather goes in motion. The snap to Thorne, who wants to throw. He does, up the seam, and the pass is incomplete. We're either going to get a hold or an interference on the play. Jay Fair, the intended receiver. Tyke Smith was the defender for Georgia. Yeah, anytime you see a pull on the jersey right there, Jay Fair in that slot position, trying to call what we call a fade ball from the slot position. It's not a seam, it's a fade where you fade him towards the sideline. And Smith definitely pulled that number 5 on that jersey. Yes, he did.
Defense number 23. The 15-yard penalty is enforced in the previous spot, and it's an automatic first down.
He got a big handful of that number 5 on the front of that jersey.
And there's a difference between holding and pass interference there. Pass interference give us 15 yards. A holding would have only been 10, so that was a big play right there, getting that pass interference and not just a holding call. 9:39 in the fourth. Jarquez checks into the backfield for Auburn. First and 10, Tigers at their own 49-yard line. Auburn with Thorne under center right now. And Jarquez 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The pitch, Jarquez Hunter. And boy, he is met at the 50, and that's as far as he gets on the play. Yeah, try to run an old school toss sweep play right there. Try to get Georgia misaligned. I think Auburn just going to have to go back to the RPO game. It's been very, very effective. I would just stick to that in this entire drive because Georgia hadn't stopped it just yet. Brinson, the stop for Georgia. Warren Brinson, a senior from Savannah. 2nd and 9, Robbie Ashford is the Auburn quarterback. Brings Battie in motion. Ashford floats it out to Battie.
Battie up the sideline. Battie down the sideline into Georgia territory. Good gain for Brian Battie off the swing pass from Ashford.
I honestly think he got a bad spot right there. It looked like Battie picked up at least 3 more yards than where the ref got him marked out at. He let Kirby Smart make the decision for him.
All right, here's 3rd and 4 for Auburn at the Georgia 43, and Peyton Thorne back in at quarterback from the left hash. How many will Georgia bring?
I like the one-on-one to Fairweather at the bottom.
They bring 5. Thorne throws, complete! Fairweather breaks the first tackle up the sideline to the 32. You called it, Jason.
Yeah, anytime you get Fairweather out there on a matchup like that, a big, huge body, you know, this guy's almost sure-handed for the most part. You got to take that one-on-one matchup and give Peyton Thorne an easy decision right there. Winning your matchup is the key. 11
yards on the carry, and Battie checks back into the lineup as Jarquez Hunter sprints off. Play clock at 16, and now Auburn can run the play. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Georgia 32. Thorne from the left hash, hands the ball to Battie. Battie fights his way inside the 30, down to the 28. You can just never get this guy down. Smile London made the stop after a 4-yard gain by Brian Battie, his 9th carry of the day.
Really good patience right there, Andy. Good job by Brian Battie. What looked like was about to be a tackle for a loss of a yard or 2. He just stayed with it and kept following his blockers and was able to fall forward in there and get a gain of 3 yards.
Clock rolls down to the 7:25 mark and counting. Tigers trail 20-17 to number 1 Georgia. 2nd down and 6 for Auburn at the Georgia 29. Ball in the middle of the field. Snap. Thorne goes down the sideline. Caught Fairweather, and he dropped it. A one-on-one, Thorne down the sideline against Dalen Everett.
Man, I love that play call right there to give you one of your best receiving guys who's a big tight end. This is a tight end game between Bowers and Fairweather. Looked like a little bit of contact. Could have been a pass interference call there.
And also Fairweather had his hands on the ball and couldn't bring it in.
Big 3rd down right here, though. 3rd and 6. Man, that was close.
Thorne just couldn't pull it in. Here's a huge 3rd down. Auburn is 2 of 10 on 3rd down. 3rd and 6, ball in the middle of the field from the Georgia 29. They bring 5. Thorne throws. It is caught by Fairweather, and let's see where they get him forward progress. He was close to the 1st down. Let's see where they mark him down.
Yeah, that was really close. I think he's going to be a yard short, though.
And Auburn will go for the field goal.
On those routes, you want to make sure you push your depth a little bit. You want to at least get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, it couldn't quite get there. Yeah, they marked him down at the 24. And this will be a 42-yard field goal by Alex McPherson from the right hash mark. Qualabom snaps it. Chapman holds it to try and tie it. Snap down, kick is on the way. The kick is good! And we're tied with 6:21 to go. He just snuck it in the right upright.
Yes, the freshman kicker McPherson. This guy has a lot of poise in this situation, going against the number 1 team in the country. 6 minutes and 21 seconds left on the clock, and he just nailed a 44-yarder. This is the ball game, people.
6:21 to go in the 4th. Number 1 Georgia 20, Auburn 20. Georgia ball when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for $319 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through October 3rd, 2023. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3618 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fee. See dealer for details.
Are you looking to advance your career without putting your life on hold? Consider the flexibility of an online MBA at Auburn University's Harvard College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best by U.S. News and World Report, our 100% online MBA program provides the flexibility you need to pursue a degree while maintaining your personal and professional life. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever?
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for... Aw, Jim!
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
We're still on the air.
Hello, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. They say Coke Zero Sugar is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. War Eagle.
.6:21 to go in the fourth. Auburn and Georgia tied at 20. McPherson's kickoff. There will be no return by Muse. Sun-South John Deere drive summary for the Tigers. 51 yards, 9 plays, 4 minutes, 29 seconds. McPherson's 42-yard field goal ties it. It's his 11th straight field goal made. Sun-South John Deere, preferred track for the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. What does Auburn have to do defensively right here? Dogs have moved the ball pretty regularly here in the second half after that first fumble of the half.
Yeah, Jalen Simpson still not in the game. One thing we got to do is not give us so many positive yards on their first down play. We got to create a negative play here.
1st and 10 from the 25 for the Dogs. Tailbacks flank, Beck. Beck to throw it. Beck floats it, complete. Cash taken down after a 2.5-yard gain. Eugene Asante took down Cash Jones.
Man, every time we get close to sacking Beck, he just delivers that ball right there to that little crossing drag route coming right in front of him.
Beck now 21 of 30 for 235 yards. Excuse me, 241 yards. 2nd and 6. Bowers and Dylan Bell are the tailbacks. Play action, the roll by Beck. He looks upfield, he throws. It's complete to the Auburn 45-yard line. Marcus Rosemy-Jack Saint with the catch.
Yeah, running a little bootleg naked action. Was able to hit the deep over route by Jack Saint. Larry Nixon was almost able to come back on that play and get a hand on it. That ball could have got tipped up. We might have had another opportunity for a turnover there.
We got to start worrying about the clock a little bit if Georgia continues to move the football. 1st and 10 Dogs at their own 47. 0 for 1 more turnover in this ball game. Beck from the gun. Jones is the tailback. Or excuse me, Edwards the tailback, tries to go right. Nothing doing. He's going to lose yardage back to the 42-yard line. Larry Nixon the third with the stop with help from Eugene Asante. Harris is the one that forced him wide.
Yes, Harris right there forcing him wide. Eugene Asante finishing off that tackle right there. What we say, Andy, create a negative play on 1st down. Try to get them behind the sticks. That was a huge play right there. Be alert for Brock Bowers right here if you're at secondary.
And Bowers sets up in the slot towards the Auburn boundary. Now he is 1 of 3, split wide left for the Dogs. 2nd and 12 from the Dog 45. Beck. Auburn rushes 5. Beck throws, ball deflected at the line of scrimmage by Marcus Harris. Here's 3rd and 12 for the Dogs.
Woo, that ball was deflected by Marcus Harris, and it almost would have been a pick, though, if it's not tipped, because Zion Puckett read that route and was jumping right in front of that ball there.
Boy, he
might have been a pick six.
Yes, indeed. Oh, boy. Can't blame Harris, though, for knocking that one down. Big old left paw from Marcus. 3rd and 12. They're roaring at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Edwards the tailback. 3rd and 12 from the right hash. Beck with time, throws across the middle, complete to Bowers. Auburn territory at the 39.
Yeah, just too much time right there. Too much time for him on third down to sit back there to give Brock Bowers that much time to get down the field to run that what we call a 7 route by a tight end from the inside position. Got to find a way to create some pressure on that third down right there for him to have to deliver that ball a lot quicker.
Auburn player down behind the play. It's McLeod. Well, it's been a physical second half especially.
Yeah, it's been a very physical football game, which we anticipated in the Deep South oldest rivalry. Man, we just got to get off the field on those 3rd and 12 situations right there. You know who they want to go to. Brock Bowers is their bread and butter.
1st and 10 Georgia from the Auburn 39 when we come back. We're tied at 20. Stay tuned. Auburn football continues in a moment.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
We've all fallen into boring routines. We just keep doing what has to get done. Isn't it time to escape the old routine and make time for yourself? Make time to go out with old friends. Make time to add excitement back into your life. Make time to feel like a winner again. Life is more fun when you live it. So what are you waiting for? Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Get 2.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2023 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through October 3rd, 2023. $0 for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. 2904 monthly payment for $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
After the game, catch the Regions Bank postgame show. We'll have locker room interviews with players, assistants, and head coach Hugh Freeze, plus scores, highlights, and analysis, all on the Regions Bank postgame show. Show your Tiger pride and get a win for your wallet with the Auburn University Regions Visa debit card and the prepaid Regions Now card. Order now at regions.com/Go Tigers.
PNC Bank is proud to present today's broadcast of the Deep South's oldest rivalry. PNC Bank, proud to cheer on the Auburn Tigers and help make a difference in the lives of fans and the communities they call home. Now back to Jordan-Hare Stadium.
1st and 10 Georgia at the Auburn 39. Jalen Simpson back in at safety for Auburn. He has a pick today. Brock Bowers, 5 catches, 108 yards in the second half. He had only 2 catches for 9 yards in the first. Beck to throw, now runs it. He's in trouble, he goes down. He ran right into the loving arms of Justin Rogers, who nestled him to the turf.
Yeah, looked like they were trying to run a design quarterback draw right there, try to spread Auburn's defense out, and try to run sneaker quarterback draw. And a great job by Auburn defensive line right there, staying home.
That Auburn middle, those guys in the middle had just been terrific today.
Yeah, Lawrence Johnson even filling in as well, has played outstanding today to transfer from Purdue beside Justin Rogers with Harris out sometimes.
2nd and 11 for Georgia from the Auburn 40. Beck from the gun, left hash mark. Drops to throw. With plenty of time, he throws it. It's wide open to Brock Bowers. Bowers at the 10. He's to the 5. He scores. Touchdown. With 2:52 to go.
Now he's running 2 routes. He's either going to run a 7 route, which is a corner route, or he's going to run a dig route. And I think they give him the option when they line up, hey, the quarterback, him and Beck know, like, he's going to break out, he's going to break in. We've got to find a way to put a man over him on the line of scrimmage and not let him off the line so easy, because he is too effective if you allow that.
Wow. Brock Bowers. 7 plays, 75 yards on this drive. It was almost Brock Bowers from Carson Beck. Woodring for the extra point. The holder is Beck. And the kick is good, and Georgia leads by 7 with 2:52 to go in the 4th quarter play. Carson Beck, 23 of 33, 313 yards. Brock Bowers on the afternoon, 8 catches, 157 yards, and the go-ahead touchdown. Georgia 27, Auburn 20. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Welcome to Whataburger. What can I get you today?
We know that sound. Is this guy ready to move past his usual and choose Whataburger's Southern Bacon Double? Will he seize those fresh all-beef patties with 2 kinds of cheese topped with crunchy slaw, crispy bacon, and a Southern-style sauce?
I'll take, Southern Bacon Double.
Good choice. Your boldness knows no bounds nor burgers.
Know what? You really get me.
Yep. The Southern Bacon Double from Whataburger. Just like you like it. Available for a limited time in select locations.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Some people just know the perfect time to hit the concession stand. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
Woo! Nice! I never miss a touchdown. Want a bite?
Yeah, he knows he's got a 6th sense for a snack break. Just like he knows that switching to Allstate can save drivers $468.
Saving $468 is based on the national average annual savings for new auto customers surveyed in 2022 who switched to Allstate. Prices may vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Two minutes and 52 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs go 75 yards, 7 plays, 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Brock Bowers, a 40-yard pass from Carson Beck for the touchdown. And the Dogs lead Auburn 27-20. Auburn with 2 timeouts remaining, Georgia with 3. And Auburn will call for a fair catch off the kickoff as it's fielded by the Tigers. And Auburn will have 1st and 10 from its own 25. Sean Jackson called for the fair catch. Does Auburn have one more touchdown drive left in it in this regulation?
Yeah, we're going to have to get back to our RPO game all the way down the field. Here's a critical down with only 2 timeouts left. This is pretty much a drive to tie the game, or it could be the other way around. I just don't understand, though, Brock Bowers, we know he's so talented and so gifted. That's why we're not jamming him off the line of scrimmage.
8 catches, 157 yards today, and boy, they have gone to him time and time again with this game on the line. 1st and 10, Auburn at its own 25-yard line. Thorne is the quarterback, rolls to his right, looks, he throws. The pass is dropped by Jarquez Hunter. It would have been close to a 1st down. He bobbled the ball 2 or 3 times, but couldn't bring it in. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great play design right there. Try to get Jarquez the ball out in the flat, outflank the defense. That would have been an easy 1st down right there. Oh, we got to have those.
2nd and 10 for Auburn from the 20 or 25. 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Georgia on top, 27-20. Thorne, the quarterback. Georgia rushes 4. Thorne up the seam. It's complete. Rivaldo Fairweather to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, great throw and catch right there from Thorne to Rivaldo. Caught Georgia in a Tampa 2 defense. Running down the Mike linebacker with Fairweather. Great throw right there. Put that ball high up, let Fairweather go and catch it.
Auburn right back to the line of scrimmage. They mark it at the 47. 1st down for the Tigers at their own 47-yard line. Thorne to throw. Now rolls out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Thorne makes the 1st man miss, not the 2nd. Brought down on the play by Smile Munden.
Yeah, Georgia's going to sit and play that soft zone right there and try to keep Auburn against the clock here in this situation. Thorne just got to make sure he just takes what the defense give him. But you have your shots like you did with Fairweather right there on that second play. You want to give it to him.
The clock is rolling, 1:54 and counting. 2nd and 9 for Auburn at the Tiger 48 from the right hash mark. Trips to the wide side of the field, the Georgia boundary. Thorne, as Georgia rushes 5. Thorne to the Auburn boundary and incomplete. Behind Nick Mardner with coverage from Dalen Everett.
Yeah, he wanted a back throw shoulder right there by Nick. Nick got to know that as a receiver, if their defensive back is overplaying you on the top of you, that the quarterback's going to back shoulder that ball to you. You got to expect that in this situation, to be running downfield and not expecting the back shoulder. You can't do that as a receiver in this situation.
Clock is stopped with 1:41 to go in the 4th. Auburn 2 of 11 on 3rd down today. This is 3rd and 9 from the Auburn 48. Let's see what Georgia brings on this. They bring 6. Thorne throws, it's incomplete, intended for Jay Fair on a slant. And now Auburn has to go for it on 4th down. With 1:38 to go, this is 4th and 9 for Auburn with the game on the line. And the Tigers are 3 of 8 this season on 4th down, including 0 of 1 today.
Yeah, Thorne saw the blitz right there coming from the field. Just got to bring that ball down right there when you're throwing those slant routes. You want that ball too high for a receiver, knowing he's about to take a big hit.
4th and 9 for Auburn. Thorne brings Fairweather, sets him up outside the right tackle. Play clock down to 5.
Got to take a timeout.
Auburn's going to have to take a timeout. Auburn was running out of time. That leaves Auburn with 1 as Auburn uses its 2nd timeout of the half. 4th and 9 for Auburn from the Tiger 48 with 1:38 to go in the 4th quarter. Georgia on top 27-20. Well, what happens for Auburn on this 4th down? But you got to be impressed. Georgia with 3 long scoring drives in the 3rd and the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Oscar Chapman did a great job of pinning them back with some huge punts today. But like you just said, Andy, they had 3 long drives that we just allowed them on that 1st down play being backed up. They spring a run, and then they able to hit Brock Bowers on a wheel play to get them out of the hole where they're out of that pressure situation. You know, you got a team backed up like that. You got to put that pressure on them and not let them out so easily.
All right, what's your 4th and 9 call here, Jason?
Well, you got to do kind of like what Georgia did. You know, you got to go to your bread and butter. You know, see if you can get Rivaldo Fairweather. I expect Georgia here to play a zone defense, so you may have to look for something over the middle here. You may catch Georgia in a 2 deep and try to work your tight end over the middle or work Jay Fair between the zone here to your left.
Fairweather split to the Auburn boundary. That's the short side of the field. Jarquez Hunter is the tailback. Flanking Thorne. Auburn splits 3 wide left, the wide side of the field. 4th and 9, Georgia rushes 4. Thorne flush from the pocket. He throws. It's intercepted. Intercepted at the 40 for the Bulldogs. Up the sideline and taken down at the Auburn 40. Number 24, Malachi Starks.
Yeah, right there, Thorne felt a little bit of pressure coming from the right side, trying to slide and somebody get open right there. He had to get rid of the ball, couldn't take a sack in that situation, try to give his guy an opportunity.
Fair was going down on the play. I think Fair was the intended receiver, and he was going down, and Starks gets the interception, his 2nd of the season.
Yeah, we'll get to watch the replay right here because they playing 2-man of a defense right here, so it looked like the DB pulled Fair a little bit, but tough break for Auburn right there.
And Georgia now with 1:28 and at the Auburn 40-yard line. Just take care of the football, and the Dogs are going to get out of here with a hard-fought win. Auburn has 1 more timeout to stop the clock. And Georgia goes to the victory formation. Beck takes a knee.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Auburn, man. Kids came out, fought so hard, and just played with so much effort and determination to come in here and knock the #1 team off. Just unfortunately, got some bad breaks right there in that 4th quarter.
Clock rolling down, 1:06 to go. Doesn't look like Auburn will stop the clock with the timeout. And Georgia, which last lost to the Tigers in 2017, will get out of here with a touchdown difference win. Under 50 seconds now to go. Beck will take another knee. There's the snap. He takes the knee, and Georgia will not have to run another play. Coach Hugh Freeze starts his way across the field to congratulate, to talk with Kirby Smart. A 40-yard touchdown pass from Carson Beck to Brock Bowers. The difference in this game inside 3 minutes to go. And the Dogs win it. Their win streak is now 22 straight and 32 straight in the regular season. A heartbreaking loss for Auburn this afternoon. As the final seconds tick away, Georgia 27, Auburn 20. Stay tuned, Auburn football continues in a moment.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed to this kind of energy. That's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
In football, it's important to call the right play. In life,